Actually, it was me.
Yeah. I'm apologizing.
But it was on the B side. Like, the lights was low, the music was rocking. I wasn't thinking about none of that.
Yeah, exactly. We was chilling.
I missed that dream in his head.
We live, baby.
We live.
We live.
What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling?
We live.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Man, how your week been?
You know.
Stressful.
Look
hear
at
that, though.
that's the face of a nigga that's had one of those weeks.
This phone, man, my job is to give me my own phone. Like,
I'm surprised y'all don't. Like, especially for what y'all do. Like, especially if you
You really want to carry around 2 phones?
I got
One for the
nah, who's gonna say?
phones. One for the.
What's in that McCafe, bro?
Nobody's gonna finish that. I thought somebody was gonna finish that off.
Hey, I want to give a real quick shout out to my brother-in-law AJ. Right now, he's chilling with Pastor Troy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
What?
Hey man,
What?
fuck this
With a
podcast,
legend?
nigga.
I was supposed to be down there.
Tell me to sit there for
Yo.
3 more hours.
I was supposed to be down there today.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that yet, but yeah. But yeah, he's chilling with Pastor Troy and they picked him up.
what's
He's doing
up?
some video work for him.
What a legend, bro.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
supposed to be
Austin,
down
if you,
there right
hey
now.
man, tell him let's
I was
Georgia
supposed
Bull
to
up
be
here.
down there right now.
He was
Damn.
Austin was he got the invite to go down there, but he chose a podcast over that. So
No, I did not.
I appreciate his dedication to
definitely
BNY.
did not.
Appreciate his dedication to the
I
network.
did not.
I got
choose
nothing but
this.
love for that. That's
Nigga,
man. Round of applause for
my
Austin. That's
ride
dedication.
just
man.
didn't
for
go
this man,
through.
yo.
Nope.
My ride just
dedication.
fell through, bro.
If you would have let me know, we could have went together. We figured it
I
out.
should have hit you up,
Yeah.
but we would have had to leave at like 2.
I didn't really work. I kind of worked today.
Oh shoot! I should have hit Manny.
Should've.
He's like,
Because it would have been a 2-man pod today. If that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we could call this a weekend news.
hey,
Yeah, what's going on with you?
hey, chilling, baby. I'm in here, so it's always a good day if I'm able to make it. Feel me?
Absolutely.
I'm alive, well. You know, crazy shit happens, but that's life, right?
Yes.
You can always complain, but what's the point?
You're going somewhere special next week, aren't you?
Definitely.
Talk to us.
So the wife's birthday is actually a day after Austin's.
Hey,
so
shout out to
out
wife.
to the Libra babies, you know,
Shout out to
October
Libra
babies.
gang. OVO
You know,
gang.
the wife is she's turning 21.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go celebrate going out of town, man. Ricky kind of gave me a little couple pointers, spots to hit out, man. I'm not gonna dive into where we're going because we like to keep that shit on the hush hush because you know it's just something for me and her. But you know what, for real, on some real shit, this is our first vacation together.
Damn.
Like without the kids, without us having like another agenda, like a wedding or something else like that to attend. Like it's the first time we're actually like taking time out for our, you know what I'm saying, selves. For our,
That's healthy,
That's
man.
what's
Y'all
up.
hell
need that.
yeah. So four. We leaving Thursday, come back Monday. So what's that? 4 days?
Oh man.
Something like that.
Hell yeah, that's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Excellent. So far, excellent weather where we going, man. So everything's kind of lining up. The stars are aligning for me and Babe to have a good trip, man. So we
Yes,
definitely
sir.
looking forward to it. I'm not big on shopping, but I had to get out the house today, do a little bit of shopping. You know, you feel like old as shit
You got your
when you
New
got to make
Balances?
excuses
Yeah.
for why you go shopping.
Hey, you got the dad New Balance?
Yeah.
He got Balenciagas on right now.
You wear some
I'm
jeans?
just wearing. Look, I'm just breaking them in right now for the trip and shit.
Got some new dad cargo pants.
Right,
some
hey, look,
jorts.
definitely
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely got a fanny pack, just
Okay.
for those who are curious. You know,
Hey.
that's the utility pack I like to call it. Though it's my Batman belt.
Hey.
And he's
so yeah,
smart
Okay.
too. He
Alright,
waiting
alright.
until next week to get his hair cut.
hey, yeah, definitely.
So
I'm
it's
not,
fresh.
yeah, exactly.
You low key calling them out.
No sir.
No, he right
I'm calling
though.
out his genius.
He's right though.
Okay, all right.
Because the wife asked me today. She's like, "Yo, you getting lined up, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, babe. Don't worry, I got this. I'm just not going to do it too far in advance. I don't want that growth to start coming in."
exactly. Because you do it now. By next week, you're gonna need to get a shape up again.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
See,
stuff
there
start
you go.
growing back.
See,
You want
that mean
you want to feel the alcohol in the back of your neck in the terminal when you
Right, right. So Wednesday, this nigga gonna get his hair cut on
gonna be
Wednesday.
stinging
Nah,
as
you
I'm
good.
walking through.
Thursday
Hell
morning.
yeah.
before you go to the
Thursday
airport.
morning special.
Yeah, you're gonna have the fresh hair shavings on the
Right.
shoulders
Still
you
gonna
go
be
through.
on a airport outfit.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely looking forward to that, man. For us finally getting away and just having a good little time together. So
Hey,
yeah.
we're all definitely excited for you. We're gonna miss you, but dude, yeah, do
Nah,
that thing, man.
live
Make
it
that
up,
happen.
bro.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I
Enjoy
appreciate
that.
it. Definitely going. When I come back, I'm definitely gonna, divulge a little bit, kind of, our experience and good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it, but You know, our vacation, our trip is our trip. Is what we make it. So that's just kind of how we feel about it right now. So
Run that shit.
definitely.
Austin Toes,
What's happening?
welcome back.
Thank you. I forgot I was gone. I mean, because I didn't miss no pods, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm back in the city, obviously. Got back Wednesday afternoon. Touchdown at like 3:40. Manny, when I tell you.
Yo, he was talking about this in the group. I was waiting to hear about this, bro.
It didn't even take getting to Hartsford International for me to realize that I need to go to Atlanta for at least a week.
Damn.
Nigga, when I tell you, even hopping out of the car, my nigga Ty dropped me off. Shout out Ty, words never spoken host. I got out the car and saw like 4 bad Jones, beautiful black women. And I was like, bro, I hope Shawty on my flight. Now our seats were too far away. But all 4 of them was on my flight.
Ain't no mama with the mask.
Bro, when I tell you, we got on this plane, got to Hartsford International. I got off the plane. Now, I didn't have a long layover in Atlanta the first go around. It was literally like go to my next terminal, get on the plane. Walking from, and I was in the same terminal. I was in A the whole time. I went from A4 to A18. All right? Bro, I lie to you not. Every which way I turned my head was a baddie, bro.
Okay.
Bad, all shapes, sizes, and shades of black. And they was all gorgeous. Every single one of them. I said, and that's exactly when I texted you. I was like, I'm coming up. I gotta come to Atlanta, bro. I gotta come. I hit Ty up. Ty was like, yeah, bro, let's do it for a whole week. Let's go.
Like, on board.
So, Atlanta is definitely happening.
Every time a woman gets stressed out from another city, they move to Atlanta for a new start ever since Menace to Society.
That's like every single Tyler Perry movie.
Yes.
Yeah, so, bro, Atlanta where it's at.
It's definitely the setting.
Gotta love the beautiful black women. Gotta love the beautiful black
He
women.
said in the terminal on the way.
Bro, in the airport, bro.
Jesus.
Hell, the worker, the girls that was working in the airport was fine.
You got a
Whole lot of chocolate walking around in Hartsford
City
International.
they from though.
Which side?
If they say West Side, walk the other way.
Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the lowdown on all things Atlanta. Yeah. Actually, me and Ty was like, we just gonna have to hit you up and see if you could come down there too.
And be a tour guide?
Or give us the you know, the where to watch out and what's good and all that.
You can walk up anywhere. Well, I ain't gonna say that.
But we gonna talk. Even if you can't come, we gonna holler at you to plan the trip. I gotta
go home anyway, see my people.
Yeah.
Honestly. So I might be down for
like
it.
We gonna set it up. We gonna set it up for sure. But yeah, Atlanta's where it's at, bro. I can't wait to go to Atlanta.
Hey man, shout out to Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? Bunch of beautiful black women. Of course we love our black women.
He was in the airport. Of course we do. Full of beautiful black women.
And that's why I'm so hurt right now. That's why I'm so hurt right now.
Why you hurt?
Because damn, Tori.
Deep breath.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Damn.
Jumping in.
It's time to go to work.
Listen, last month or whatever month it was, I said if it come out that Tory Lanez did it, he's canceled.
BNY 3.7.
I said
throwing that number out there. Was that the
I think that was the rule. I thought that was the one.
Come on now.
That was the one. A couple weeks ago, people were killing Tory Lanez, canceling Tory Lanez. I said, wait till you get all the facts. Cancel the man until you get all the facts. He hasn't even been charged with it yet. Well, damn, Tory, that changed last night.
Well, damn, Tory.
Now, part of me is still reserving to see if he's guilty. Right. But, as of this very moment, well, as of the moment the article came through last night at like 11:45, Tory is canceled right now. He has to be. Because I waited. I heard both sides. I heard him and I heard Megs. He had me really believing him. And I know that there's some truth in his side.
Right.
But I know that there's always 3 sides at least to every story.
This is true.
Yep.
So, with him being charged, that means they feel like they have enough to win the case of assault. He got charged with the assault. They don't charge unless they feel like they can win the case.
Yeah.
So he's getting arraigned, unfortunately, on my birthday.
Stars are aligned.
That's when
Damn.
the arraignment is,
Happy
on the
birthday.
13th. And I just, part of me hopes he doesn't get part of me hopes he's found innocent and there's like proof that is shown. I don't want it to be a O.J. Simpson innocent. I want it to be, we have this factual proof that he did not do it. That's what I need. Because if it's a O.J. Simpson innocent, like he just had a better lawyer and his lawyer was a stupid creative, but everybody like, nigga, you did it. I still can't rock with him. I need him to be undisputably
innocent
innocent.
to uncancel him.
To uncancel him. But as of now, like I said in the first pod before, look, I'm breaking down.
Damn, you heard that?
That nigga's really
Hey, I tell you what, one thing with Ken Austin, when Tory's album dropped, this man was so all in on it. Like he
It's
said, they played the
fire,
shit.
bro.
He played it. He's like, Rick, nah, you need to listen to shit before the podcast start.
Bro.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. First track, he played it multiple times.
4 times before I even went on to track 2.
It was a decent album.
It was a
I've
great
yet to
album,
listen.
bro.
Unfortunately.
It might have been top 3 for him.
But it's one thing you did say on BNY 3.7, which shout out to a low-key loan that was on the thing too as well. You said the man did it. I can't fuck with him.
I can't mess with him.
You did say this, so
Even then, when you we had in pre-production,
Yeah.
because I came in on the cancel culture,
Right.
and you gave a very compelling argument,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, I came in like, this is a serious case of that nigga did it,
Right.
and hey, you free my nigga? No,
Nah.
I was like, all right. I mean, that was just me on the inside. I'm not, I'm not out posting saying this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But so like when I seen the album, I'm like,
Yeah.
make sure ain't no women around.
Listen.
But nah, hey, like Austin said, when they get all that shit going, that's a serious case of that nigga did it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, he's facing 22 years. He's not going to get 22 years.
Yeah, nah.
see, celebrity ain't
He
getting
got way too much money for that. But he's facing...
Substantial.
If he was a regular nigga, he'd get 22 years.
Oh, easily.
Where they
Sure.
get 22 from, man?
Such a random.
Felony
22 from the gunny
assault
shot.
and
Man, I know they do
the
like
gun
the,
and having the gun to
but
possession.
22, man, can we just
Is
go?
he a felon?
No, but it wasn't registered, and he's from out of the country.
Oh,
He's not from America.
So he was charged. Yeah. So like. Yeah. Felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, personal use of a firearm, and carrying an unregistered firearm in the vehicle.
God damn.
Yeah.
Tory?
Felony,
That was
22
in,
years.
That was in Cali, right?
Yep.
See,
LA.
that's why
Yep.
I can't live there.
In the hills.
Man, shout out to LA. LA's beautiful.
Mike concealed carry piece is illegal in California.
That's wild.
Everything's
the whole
illegal in
gun illegal?
California.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
facts.
Hey, the land of fruits
Tread
and
lightly
nuts.
in California because they don't fuck around out there. You
My
step wrong.
grandma said California, the land of fruits and nuts.
I mean, that's. I ain't saying that. That's what.
Hey,
I ain't. So moving on. Back
My
to Tory.
grandma's 60-something years old. She can say whatever the hell she wanted
At
at
this
this point.
point, yeah.
This is that generation right there. That's-
My mama said.
You hear that? He's like, all right, well, and other things. But Tory, man, damn, dude. It is what it is. But honestly, how you think Meg feels right now? Happy she's getting justice?
vindicated.
I'm still not ready to
I
talk
can't.
about that.
Like the emotions of both of them right now. I really can't tell. I really can't tell.
It's because what's being publicized. Like,
Yeah.
we
We
see.
see-
Yeah, we're seeing their reactions. We're seeing the brave face that Meg's putting on for public. You know, who knows the crying and the sorrow that she's gone through behind the scenes. What she's putting forth for everyone to see is after a substantial amount of time, I imagine, of her preparing to speak out when she feels she's ready. And him on the flip side and having to defend himself like We're just seeing what they want us to see.
All their actions are being controlled by publicists right now.
Yeah, it is. It's chess. Honestly,
I need a
I'm gonna be
publicist.
honest.
I needed one 3 years ago.
I'm not ready to really speak on how I feel, how I think Meg feels. I think that I mean it's a traumatic experience regardless. Like I said, even if I even said even if Tory wasn't the one who did it, that I still know that Meg was the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I said that as well. But when it comes to how she feels, I still would just I know it's probably never gonna happen, but I would still just like to really know the real story. I would like to know what really happened because that would also shape how I think she feels. Like, I know the trauma's there. I know she's a victim, so I know like that, you know what I'm saying? I know that pain is still there, but the real story would still shape how I think what she might be going through. Because if she, okay, so let's go with the path that Tory did it, right? Then I asked myself, okay, did she love Tory or was she just like getting to know, like getting cool with, or was it like, what was it? If she loved him and this happened, then she, like Dev said, is probably torn all the way up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like in multiple directions. If Tory didn't do it, if somebody else did it, and Tory is taking the rap. But if somebody else did, if like her best friend did something stupid or something stupid just happened, they were playing with a gun or whatever, if one of those stories actually happened, then she still got trauma from the incident, but that makes the situation a little different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'd like to see how the case goes, but I mean, still thoughts with her regardless, because she's still the victim, like I said.
Right.
I mean, we talk all the time about, protecting black women.
Yeah.
I mean, the man did it. He's got to face. She needs justice.
Yeah.
My thing
give him all his time.
Yeah.
My thing is there any scenario that you all can think of where, let's say, Tory did it, right? Mm-hmm. Is there any scenario where he was justified in doing it?
No.
There's no scenario.
I said it in the first. I don't care what happened. I know that other people have different viewpoints. I know shout out Will Bowser. I know he got a different viewpoint. And I respect his viewpoint because of his life experience. But for me, it's never an excuse, especially with a gun. It's never an excuse to assault a woman.
Speaking of women and getting assaulted by guns, y'all catch that news with the governor? Governor of Michigan.
That wasn't funny, but that was funny.
Dude, let me read this story. Deeply disturbing. Feds charge extremists in domestic terror plot to kidnap Michigan governor, create civil war. So, first and foremost, they labeled these individuals as militia members. They went to kidnap the governor of Michigan, hold her in some kangaroo court, like it was the Dark Knight, with Bane making people walk across the ice or some shit like that. It's based on her shutting down the economy of the country and things of that. So
the entire country?
I'm sorry, the state.
Was that?
That was her.
No, I'm saying, was that what they thought?
Should be. I mean, let me read this real quick.
Yes.
13 members of an anti-government group bent on igniting a civil war, charged in the plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who the group targeted in a possible commando raid on the state capitol, according to new unsealed court records. Authorities said Thursday that the Wolverine Watchmen group planned on storming either the Capitol or Whitmer's vacation home as part of a broader mission to instigate a civil war. The FBI and Michigan's Attorney General outlined felony domestic terrorist charges against the group organizers who planned on hurling, I'm saying this right, Molotov cocktails at any police officers who tried to stop the kidnapping. So basically, they wanted to run up in the building and kidnap her. They conducted surveillance. They had meetings.
Oh, the Troy Spalding face head ass.
Hey, they were well organized with this. And one thing about the articles that I keep saying is militia members. Look, fuck all that. Call them what they are. thugs, animals,
Terrorizers.
Racist.
domestic terrorists. Like this is exactly what it is right here. Like this is, I always hate every time I see militia members when things like this are
I
described.
mean, there are good and bad militias.
No, for in this instance right here.
That's domestic terrorism.
Yeah, that's. I mean, this is some thug shit right here. This is literally some thug shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up to y'all to see what y'all think about it, but I'm glad the FBI did their job. They were there to capture these people, and obviously, I mean, whether you agree or disagree with the government's stance as far as political, I'm just happy that nothing happened to her. So
True.
Dev.
All right, so my first thoughts. Obviously, it's a tragedy, like what they were planning to do. Thankfully, that nothing came to fruition. But again, my first take on it when I seen the name of the militia group, I was like, now why they had to pick one of my favorite Marvel characters to name their stupid ass domestic group out of? Like,
Wait,
why it
what's
had
the
to be the
name of the group?
Wolverine Watchmen?
Wolverine
Oh.
Watchmen.
like why it had to be named after Wolverine? Like, come on, you could have picked someone else. Nah, but it's dumb. It's like you said, speak truth to what it is, the situation. Like, these are terrorists, and my issue is the same as yours. The fact that when stuff like this happens in this country, no one ever really calls it, like, that's in the public eye, ever calls it what it is. The media never calls it what it is. These are terrorists. Their whole end game was to start a civil war. Like, that's literally what terrorists do. Through fear and oppression, they push their agenda by creating havoc and chaos in society. And that's what they were planning on doing. So why try to vanilla what it is and wash it down? Like, no, they were fucking terrorists. And they had a mission that they were set out to do. And if they'd have been any way, like, successful, it would have just created fucking havoc. Because who knows, even with this story coming out, how many people may be inspired by what they're doing? We've already seen in the past few years militia groups take over ranches? What was that in Minnesota?
That was up north. I can't remember what state that
I
was.
can't
remember that one.
Yeah,
That shit was wild, bro.
took over. It was like a week or something. They fucking took over this building, this government building.
I mean, one of them they had like a politician, like a local politician that was a part of them too as well.
So, like, these things continued, and then it moved from there to their ranch where the standoff continued. Like, but they're militia members. Like, and when we gonna start calling these people that do these whack ass crimes and commit these things that's designed to disrupt our nation, call them for what they are? They're terrorists. So, I'm just glad that she's safe. And maybe this is just an eye opener for, like, a lot of politicians out there, because if you ain't doing something right, then you'll never have any haters. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the people were willing to go to such an extent to silence her and to create havoc surrounding just her, that means she's obviously was doing something right but wrong to them. If that makes sense. Like, if no one dislikes you, you're doing something wrong. Because not everyone's supposed to like you if you're doing your job properly, especially as a politician.
Well, I mean, it's just basic politics. Like, you have the wrong, like, blue, red, the other side's not gonna like you just based off of that alone.
True. Well, that's kind of where we are as a nation in general. So, but we'll talk about that later.
Also, what you think?
Yeah, that was my
Hey,
reaction.
look. When I first saw the story, I laughed. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just because, like, because in one of the headlines it said their whole goal was to start a civil war. Bro, you ain't gotta kidnap a governor to do that.
How? Yeah.
You ain't gotta kidnap a governor to start a civil war. Just kill the right nigga.
Oh.
You gonna start a civil war.
In the right way, yeah.
Even in that, that's the wrong person.
Yeah, she's the wrong one to even take.
Yeah,
You want
but-
to start a civil war? Kidnap Obama.
They can't do that.
Oh, you going?
You gonna wait?
They baby steps, man.
You said kill the right one. Then you, next burn.
I said
Obama?
kidnap Obama. I didn't say kill Obama.
You said kill
that's some
somebody.
hardcore
Start-
planning
I said
right
kill the
there.
right nigga. You gonna have a civil war in your
I'm
hands.
just saying.
Kill William Bowser. You probably gonna have a civil war in your hands.
That's true.
I mean,
we saw that recently with George Floyd too as well.
yeah, but it
It was
close.
close.
Look, I definitely thought we was headed there.
It
after
was
that
close.
Shit.
Yeah.
I
I'm
definitely
saying
thought.
that's just my thing though. It's like it's going to kidnapping that governor ain't gonna make black people want to fight you.
They had a better chance kidnapping Big Sean.
You know what I'm saying? Killer Mike, Jay-Z, somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's other people that you would go after if your real goal was to start a civil war. So that's why it was kind of funny to me, because I don't actually know if I believe that that's true of their, like, that was really their intention. Me personally, news that comes from the left and the right, for me,
Talk on it.
I laugh at all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe neither one of these niggas. I don't believe the people that are so far left that they hate Trump, and so far right that they hate everybody on the other side. Like, it's the truth is somewhere in the middle there. But to be honest, anybody who takes the time to actually find the truth, more power to you. Because you can do all the Google searches you want.
Yeah.
Everybody is extreme in one way or the other. And so, like, when it comes down to this happening, it's 2020. I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised at all. Then I also question, because it never even got far enough to be considered a real attempt.
Yeah,
it's not like they caught him
like
in
in
route.
the planning stage.
Yeah, they had a couple.
You know what I'm
informants.
saying?
They infiltrated the group and got him out of there.
So what are we really talking about here? We're talking about an article that's being pushed and put in front of us for who? The left, to push their agenda even further.
So you think this is like a political ploy?
It's all a political ploy. Look at the year we're in. They're doing anything in their power to get votes to one side or the other.
Okay, that's a different
This whole year is a political ploy, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't expecting that. Not at all.
I'm not even sure I believe that it got as far as they claim it did. I don't know.
It's like a couple of niggas just kind of sitting on that front porch. Like,
Bro,
they're shooting the shit.
it could have been Billy Bob and Susie Sue having a beer and spitting their tobacco 20 yards in the can in the yard, talking about some, gonna get that damn Democrat. And they was like, satellite heard their ass, was like, fuck it.
Hey, everyone who's been
We
over
need
their house
votes.
in the last week round them up as well. They're obviously
we
on
need
it.
votes.
It does say here that they bought weapons, conducted surveillance, and held training and planning meetings.
I mean, well, what's conducting
All right.
surveillance?
Now,
like
what do I
driving
think
by?
said-
Hey, we seen that before on Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
That's a whole movie.
Yeah, oh my God! That,
We-
first of all,
We've seen that
fantastic.
before.
I don't know
They
if I've
set
seen
him
that
up
movie.
completely.
We've seen that
Oh,
before.
spoiler alert, by the way. Who's been out like 10 plus years?
They planning
You
and
ain't seen it
training
by
could have
now.
literally been for freaking hunting deer for all we know.
Oh God.
They set him up in that one,
Bro,
goddamn.
the way the news is now, bro, like I said, to me, if it's too far from the left, too far from the right, if it ain't no objectivity in your reporting, you got an agenda, or somebody with an agenda is paying you, and I don't care what you say.
What you think, Manny?
Well, the fact that, I mean, yeah, I kind of, no, I don't get where you're coming from, but what was it? The FBI thought it was enough to, look into to make this, to, foil the plot or whatnot.
FBI don't mess with Trump.
That's true.
I mean, this is a whole thing, different thing, though, you work for who you work for. But
Right.
I'm glad the governor's okay. Even then, I don't think they could successfully do anything. Like,
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, that's a cool story, bro. You should never tried it. So
Actually, yeah.
it was more entertainment than anything, because I personally think they wouldn't have gotten far. Period. I don't think so.
I mean, they literally monitor people who buy fertilizer. And
Right.
if you buy like a little too much fertilizer and you
yeah.
don't have like a 2-acre farm,
Yeah.
they're watching your shit and they're tracking you. So, that's true.
It's like I can't even be too entertained or too shocked by what's going on, because the degree of difficulty to do what they were trying to do was just so far out there, it didn't make any sense to me. So, and just like you said, hell, I talk about a sweatshirt, Instagram telling me to buy one. So,
yeah,
Right.
true.
you think you
Right.
gonna
True.
get away with some shit like that?
They all in your shit.
Big Brother's always watching.
For sure.
They're watching this right now. They one of those 6 right now watching.
Shout out to you.
Hey.
Little
Appreciate
do
the
we
cues.
know.
I'm right here.
I love the support from my personal FBI agent.
They definitely.
Because he always there for me. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Always giving me a view. You know what I'm saying? Always giving me a stream.
Something.
Just
I know mine
appreciate
is probably a set with me with the amount of porn I've looked at over the years.
At this point, he's probably became a fan.
I watch all my
damn,
porn
this
on
nigga.
Ricky's computer, so
How many times you gonna watch that
Damn, bro. This site
they ain't
has
checking me. They ain't checking for me.
hundreds of thousands. You choose the same video.
video? That's funny.
Damn, Williams, what are you watching?
Don't worry about what I'm doing over here.
Don't worry about me.
Let me read y'all a story real quick.
I don't like stories. I'm
Story time.
Uh-oh.
We need to get an intro music for your story time.
Hey, I tell you what. I would do a podcast of me just reading bedtime stories.
That's some real sick shit.
Who the fuck are you now?
Morgan Freeman, motherfucker. give me like 10, 15 minutes. I'll just read a bedtime story. Throw it on the podcast.
Do it.
Hey, why not?
Oh, man.
Do it. You got the
blame me?
studio.
One for the kids.
At least my FBI agent will. If you go to the Southwest Desert, actually, let me take a step back. So this podcast is called Viewer Submitted. So these next two topics came from the BNY fan group on Facebook. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all have been fantastic, weighing in left and right.
Excellent.
We got nothing but love for each and every single one of y'all. If you ain't on there, Facebook, BNY Podcast fan group, join it. You immediately get accepted and just come in and have a conversation with us.
That's not true.
Yes. Yes, Javon. None.
Know about just know
Well, there you
what's
go.
on us tonight.
The people have spoken.
Damn, was it that bad?
Yes. Terrible.
Yes.
It was not the time when
The
the place
people have
for an
spoken.
Obama voiceover.
He was about to do it just now. He was getting his lips ready.
Right.
Nah, I was not about to do that. I
Garbage.
promise you that one right there.
Garbage.
Look, and the people spoke. Hey, I listen to the people.
L.
Yeah, you
I
did
take
get
mine.
an L.
Hey, I hold that L
You
right
0-1.
there. Hey, Rick's DMV, Donkey of the day. I take that shit. All right, I take my L.
You 0-1, bucko.
Hey,
Get
right up
your
there, I
shit
take
together.
that. I got no problem.
We're going to
God
bench
damn.
you like Haskins. Go ahead. Read your story. I'm sorry.
If you go to the Southwest Desert and catch 100 red fire ants as well as 100 large black ants and put them in a jar, at first nothing will happen. Okay. However, if you violently shake the jar and dump them back on the ground, the ants will fight each other until they eventually kill each other. The thing is, red ants think the black ants are the enemy and vice versa. In reality, the real enemy is the person who shook the jar. This is the exact this is exactly what's happening in today's society. Liberal versus conservative, black versus white, pro-mask versus anti-mask. The real question we need to be asking ourselves is who's shaking the jar and why? Austin, I had a good point earlier talking about the media. Things are shown to you for reasons, all for slant. Depending on where you get your information from, Fox News and MSNBC, they're going to have their own coverage, how they want to direct their news. Everyone's going to take a story and just push it elsewhere. I thought this was pretty interesting. I shared it to the group, and shout out to Cam Gant. He asked this week actually talk about this on the podcast too as well.
I want his thoughts.
Yeah, he asked for our thoughts too as well. I would love to actually. I'll let it have him on the podcast. Just side note too as well. But Manny, I'm gonna pass it off to you as well. Do you think there's somebody? Do you think everything is more so organized chaos when it comes to everything we've seen as far as 2020?
2020, shit, it's been like that since forever.
Talk on it.
So, I mean, where you want to start? It's you want to go political? You want to go socioeconomical? Do you want to go, black versus or minority versus majority? When people get into positions of power, or people want to stay in positions of power, and shit ain't going well for them, let the people fight it out. We just
Shake it up.
Yeah, shake it up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's literally they do it. I ain't gonna say they do it like that, but sometimes some methods is more of a climate assessment. Shake the jar, see what happened. Okay, these people are more say gullible. I can twist my stuff to get them. I want to see how these people. I'm kind of lost with everything. 'Cause there's so many different ways you can spin this, but it's just been happening forever. Like we'll go one at a time. Politics. Okay. You trying to see who you can charge up the most, the ones that's gonna run up there and get your vote in the booth. You gonna shake up the right people, get them charged, ready to go. Yeah, we gotta get rid of this person because of this, or I want this so much, I need to go in there and do that. In today's society, man, we all rolling over checking Facebook and whatever and all that stuff, and you throw it in there, and I see this, now I'm upset. Maybe you wouldn't even be upset if you didn't have your phone or nothing like that. You wake up, drink your coffee, do whatever, mind your business, honestly, until someone personally pisses you off who's probably seen some shit in their phone or on TV, and they made that assumption about you or a topic or anything. So, yes, the jar is constantly getting shaken. News is always getting spent. Depending on which news channel you watch, you're going to get a certain take on a story. So, like, I will never say I am straight to one news outlet because I want to know what my opposition thinks. So
Right.
I want to know what people who say they're with me and why they think the way they think. It's just excuse me, it's a lot. My coffee's wearing off again. So,
It's one of those weeks.
It's one of those weeks,
Told
man.
you.
I can't. Yes.
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 Yes. When all else fails, just yes. Absolutely.
Austin Toes.
So this is interesting to me because I agree with Manny. Like, I feel like it's always somebody trying to hold on to their power, so they're gonna shake stuff up. Yeah, I can't remember how many podcasts ago. It might have been the last one actually, and I brought up what's my show? House of Cards. House of
that was the
Cards.
last pod.
I think
Yeah.
it was.
So that's basically what they show in House of Cards is what it is for real. Like, I bring up 9/11, right? 9/11 happened, right? We know it happened. That's not debatable. But what has been debatable from transcripts, from video evidence, from logic, witness accounts, is how it happened. Who was actually behind it. And there's a lot of evidence pointing to our own government being behind it.
Careful.
So now this
FBI's
is obviously all
You think that's his
conspiracy
favorite FBI
theories.
agent.
All conspiracy theories, and they have their reasonings. You can Google and YouTube it, and you'll see it. I don't dive too deep into it. I just know the blanket of there's enough to make you wonder who did what and what happened where, right? So if we're going to go from that angle, then the question is, why? And obviously, if you watch those videos, you know that they have their reasons why it would happen too, based on the things that followed that circumstance.
The power, the
9/11 doesn't stand alone, okay? 9/11 doesn't stand alone. There's plenty of instances where, not even just in American government, in any government, anywhere there's power, a power struggle to be had, there is cause for conspiracy theories and seeing what really happened versus what you were told happened. So when we talk about this picture where it talks about shaking the jar, who's shaking the jar, who's pitting us against each other, that's very real. It's very real. Somebody is shaking the jar. Somebody, and here's the thing, you'll never know who this person is. Because the people shaking the jar are the people with enough money and they never go online.
They're invisible.
These people don't have Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts,
Hell
Twitter
no.
accounts. These people live so far off the grid, they money not even in a U.S. bank. Like, you're not touching these people. And you'll never find out who they are. But there are people who are paying the people to and people that don't like Trump. I say somebody without somebody backing him, Trump doesn't get in office. His celebrity and his stance on politics is not what got him in office. He lost the popular vote. So his politics and celebrity was not what got him in office. He had backing. You could say that about any president who got elected. Somebody was backing them.
They say presidents are chosen, not elected.
And there you go.
True.
So yes,
Choose
there's
me, shit.
definitely some jar shaking going on. It's too obvious.
What you think, Dev?
My initial take on it was the crab in the barrel mentality. Is excuse me. Even though there's a power that be that's shaking up the jar, we as a society are so quick to tear each other down that we can't even come together and pull ourselves up out of the circumstance, up out of the jar, the proverbial jar. So initially I was like, yeah, this is straight up crabs and barrel mentality.
It's the same thing though.
Yeah, it is, but
Someone put the crabs in there.
yeah, I mean, exactly. Someone put them in there for a reason, and then the whole purpose of it was to shake them up and keep them confined and fighting one another, right? So I looked at it like, yo, we're too busy fighting one another in the midst of this jar being shaken to realize the hand that's grasping the jar and that's creating all this controversy and chaos. But then, like, to you all's point, it's not even just about the crab in the barrel mentality. It's about the fact that, yeah, there is a hierarchy in this nation or on this planet. Whatever you believe that agenda is, or whatever 3-letter word you want to assign to them, or, you know, they go by many names. You know what I'm saying? People, the NWO, the Illuminati, whatever you want to reference. Do I believe that there are individuals that have personal goals in mind and they create this sort of disturbances and chaos throughout the world, not just in America? Absolutely. Like Austin said, these are the type of people you will never hear of. You'll never know their name. Even when you think you're getting close with your Google searches and your this and your that, I promise you, the names that you're seeing, and they're probably not even the ones that you need to be concerned about.
Right. They set up Fall Guy.
Yeah, exactly. Because it is. It's literally what it is. So that's kind of shaping my perspective on this. Is like, yeah, there's a certain level of crab in the barrel mentality, because if we could literally just stop fighting one another, even in the midst of being shaken and shook, to kind of come together and climb up out of that jar or that barrel, then yeah, we would show the powers that be that, hey, we as a nation, or we as a humanity in general, are greater than your influence. But we're so independently trained as far as our mental processes go, and being left, right, black, white, this, that, and the other, that we just can't get over those fences, those lines, to kind of see like, yo, the bigger picture is that we are all in this together. And they, whoever they are the enemies, so to speak. But I was watching a movie that was like kind of speaking to this to a certain extent. And it's on Netflix. It's called The Social Dilemma, and it's basically a lot of the social network sites that that are most popular nowadays, and even ones that like up and coming, and you know, some that may have fallen off in the past or that they're not as popular. But a lot of these people will work behind the scenes to create them. And they were talking like literally like Google. Like, I can type in a Google search concerning let's say the presidential debate here, as a black man, East Coast, in the DMV, a lot of left, you know what I'm saying, heavy left leaning people, and I'll see one topic, I'll see one headline. But you go somewhere in the Midwest and you'll see, and you type in the exact same words as you'll get a completely different headline, completely different article, because it's geared towards that, to play to whichever demographic that you're in. It feeds that narrative is what you're going to be fed, because that's what they're pushing, because that's who they know the greatest supporter of a certain agenda or, you know, headline will be. So if you like, you can go on Google, you can go on YouTube right now, and you can type in like any given article, and they'll show you like CNN New York, CNN Miami, CNN Texas, and it'll be the same exact fucking situation, but it'll be completely different, you know what I'm saying, headlines on these news networks. Like Manny said, I'm not going to just trust one. You can't. And honestly, can't you even trust the media at this point?
Here come the media. There's like 18 sides to a story.
Right. So how can you even trust what you're seeing and what's being put? Because anything that we see is purposely being put before us. It's all designed. So can you really trust what you're seeing, because it's all engineered to play on our fears, weaknesses, our rage and anger and emotions, and like to get us all fighting, to keep us all blinded to what's actually happening around us.
All for clicks and hits.
Clicks, hits, likes, and ads, revenue. So you definitely got to pull your head out your asses on this type of stuff, man, because it's way too much like conflicts. Like you think about any given situation, there's way too much conflict, and like even in politics, like just normal politics is like one thing, but like even like in the last like 10 years, it's way too divisive than it's ever been, in my opinion, and it's like for a reason. Like, why is it like even when like other presidents would win and you may not agree to it, you can still appreciate what certain people did for the country if you just paid attention to what they did, if it bettered the country. But the fact that we can't even get through the bullshit to see like certain benefits that we are receiving as a result of certain presidencies because we're so busy in conflict with each other that we can't even see the good or the bad that they're doing, you got to start to wonder like what's really going on. Who's shaking this jar? So it's out there to be seen, but you're not going to see it just on your average Google search. I'll tell you that much.
Let me go to some comments real quick. On Facebook, Jessica. Hey, shout out to Jessica too as well.
Hey,
I think people give the media too much credit when it comes to shaking the jar. They have their own agenda, sure, but they're getting the stories from elsewhere too. Javon, just how they had government intel on the Pearl Harbor attack too. They say, I think that's what he's trying to say right there. Pearl Harbor, Gulf of Tonkin, you can look that up too as well when it came to Vietnam and how we got into that war. As far as conspiracy theories, even though that was more so later proven to actually be a false flag, the Gulf of Tonkin. As far as Jessica's point, look at BNY. So it's one thing that I do is that y'all see me all throughout the group page. I share a lot of stories. I make sure I read several, like we said here, I make sure I read several different sites first before I post a particular one. I always look for like the most just kind of fact-based, most neutral. You won't ever see me share anything from like Fox or MSNBC, anything like that. I don't want a slanted article. And even every article is still written with a little bit of slant, especially from news sites. But for me, I take at least the key part of the story, and then from there, I would type a question to see what the people think about it from there. I feel like even us, we have a responsibility when it comes to news. You know, how we present information. To make sure that, I mean, we are a news outlet at this point.
I just post it. I don't even read half the articles I
We
post.
just a bunch of
But you
niggas.
just do it. He on his own with that one right there. But even for the people, man, I feel a responsibility to just make sure they're getting the best news. Even if it's from an article that may be slanted, I want to put in a way that eliminates whatever slant that comes from left, right. Just make sure you just get the facts of it. And let the people decide and let them talk about it themselves. It's unfortunate. There's definitely people that love division. They can profit off of division. Mm-hmm. Like you said, clicks, hits, likes, ads, all that. And one thing with this network here, BNY, that we just try to do our best just to fight through all the nonsense and make sure that the people are getting something solid, that they can at least trust us when it comes to that. You may not always agree with us. That's fine. That's fair. But we'll present it in a certain way that's intelligent, and you can at least understand where we're coming from as far as our personal views. Because their personal views are always going to be in every single news story.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I just want to say I said what I said, and I have to walk back on it.
When it comes to Jessica's point, though, I don't agree with it. I don't believe that people give the media too much credit, because you gotta understand we're in an age now where everybody knows that one of the sides is behind the media stories.
Not everybody, just the circle that we keep.
No, not just, bro. You can do a random Twitter search, a random YouTube search, a random Facebook bro. It's well known in the masses. This isn't even the circle I keep knows. It's well known. Millions, billions of people on the internet from all different countries know that somebody is behind what you see on the news.
Yeah. I just
The
said
thing
it's-
comes in where we talk about the media is because you got to understand what a lot of people know is all of these network stations. You might see a bunch of different networks. You might see a bunch of Foxes, CNN, MSNBC, da 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 da. But all the TV, all the media is owned by the same 6 families, the same 6 companies. So now that all of that is so well known, we know it's coming from someone with money. But the media outlet is still the one that's doing the reporting. They're still falling in line. Therefore, for example, yes, we criticize, and this might be a bad example, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hitler is public enemy number 1, right?
Uh-oh.
But amongst the people who went through all that, who didn't see Hitler, the news stations that was in his pocket, they're still just as guilty. The general who gave out the orders following Hitler, he's still just as bad and just as guilty.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that you were just following orders because you still had a choice. Choice might have been death or follow orders, but it's still a choice.
We talk about this. Everybody's got a choice.
Everybody's got a choice. You know what I'm saying? Give me liberty or give me death. One of y'all forefathers said that.
So what I'm saying was, like,
Now you say one of y'all. I see that.
Nah, that was fucking classic. What's up, Manny?
so with whether what was it when you say media outlets, it's bigger than just turning on and going to your major news stations. I'm talking like what you get through, like, just take Facebook for example. When you scrolling, you ever see suggested stories and like you see a storyline, and then when you click into it, you don't, and you read that story. Do you ever? Most people, they probably sit on the toilet when they just woke up or whatever. They don't look at, oh, Fox News published this or CNN published this. They don't really cite the source. They're just going through there reading it. And by the time they read through it, they're already charged, and then phones down. My mind's made up. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Because even then, sometimes I go through, I look at some stuff like, I look at the headline, I'm like, this clickbait like a motherfucker. Just keep going. A lot of people don't do that.
I've definitely got pissed off just reading the headline.
So you gotta click the story, see what it was. You find out, look at the story.
Yeah.
Shit happened like 2008.
Yeah.
No bullshit. No bull.
I've been guilty
So
of that.
Jessica responded. She said, "Now I'm giving." She said, "Now I'm giving the general population too much credit. Not everyone knows the news stations are corrupt. No, not everyone wants to allow themselves to believe that their favorite news anchor or news station is corrupt. It's what's that shit called? Is that Stockholm? I think it's Stockholm syndrome. I think that's what it is.
Where you fall in love with your captors?
That's
Stockholm
Stockholm.
syndrome.
Then it's not that. Well, it could be that. That could be part of it, but it's something else where you force yourself to believe what you want to believe, not what the truth is. Like that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make yourself believe. You could be given all the evidence in the world, and still be like, "No, you're lying."
What? I mean, bro.
It happens every day on social media.
I'm about to say.
That's what I'm
literally.
saying. So I don't think not everyone knows. I think that the people who claim not to know or people choose not to know these things. People choose ignorance every day.
10% of my Facebook friends think the Earth's flat.
You need new Facebook friends.
They might be geniuses.
I don't know about that.
hey,
I don't want to go there.
Here we go.
We're not going to go there.
Here we go.
We're not going to go there.
Nah, but
In the parallel universe, though, it is flat.
well, shout out to Parallel University.
Not in the one we live in.
I'm going on vacation next week.
Yeah, you
Do y'all
Our
think?
truths are all designed. Isn't that what we're talking about?
Do y'all
Is
think
that
all?
what we're talking about?
Was that?
Her last comment.
I can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, but just go on Facebook. Yeah, but our truths are designed. Isn't that what we were talking about? Truths. Further explain that, but if I'm thinking about it, it's also kind of how you're raised too as well.
Yeah.
Like where are you raised at?
But we were talking about like who's shaking the jar, not necessarily like we're talking about who's behind what we see.
Well, nobody knows.
The media is one outlet that we
But
are
he
using.
had mentioned the 6 families right there that do control the
Yeah,
majority of
we know
networks. I mean,
exactly who controls
I'm just
what's
saying,
on
but
TV.
like we're talking, I think we got caught up in how it's being, the shaking of the jar is being delivered. It's not only being delivered through media.
Yes, it is, because that's all. That's the
Only
place
being
you get
delivered
it.
through media.
How is it
See,
delivered?
your viewpoint of media right now is news stations. News stations.
All right,
media
so-
is they're all on social media as well. That's still media.
So it's not brought up like let's
Media is
say,
whatever news comes
It's not.
from.
I mean, news culture, but news culture can turn. I mean, could that be directly taken from a certain person, interjected through a profession like the police, and through training and stuff like that, and profiling to get a certain thing? Like they didn't. A lot
But
of,
how do you hear about the profiling?
I mean,
how do you
one
know
person,
that's a
one person
thing?
here, but some people become followers outside of the news.
Oh, so
But I'm saying-
you're saying publicly.
Everything
He's saying
you
certain
know
things are
you
done
get from the
privately.
media.
Some
Maybe.
things are done privately, just like
Right,
how you
right.
brought up.
But it's
Or
what comes out
or
in
you
public.
you join a circle that you think that's like grand or whatnot, and then you start bouncing ideas off of each other, and then you get coerced, and or talking into, oh, they got a point on that, like we talked about last week when
But,
you had a very compelling argument that Tory Lanez didn't do it. I didn't have to watch the news for that. I haven't watched anything on that.
But where did I get it from?
you got what I'm saying?
From the news. So
you got what I'm saying, but everybody's not getting it from the
inadvertently,
news. Yeah, so
no matter who you hear from,
everything comes from media.
everything came from the media. There was always an investigative journalist, a whistleblower. There was always somebody who was media
Yeah.
And then you get
who
someone-
told the first story or
you get someone
spread
actually-
the story.
Yeah, then you get someone actually writing the story.
Yeah.
And depending on how they feel, they're gonna write it a certain way.
Right.
Or where they work at, they're gonna write it a certain way.
I probably would have been more educated if I did the research myself, and a lot of us don't have the time to do that.
Yeah, and that's what's true too as well. That's why, like I
That's
said,
also true.
we have a responsibility here at this network to make sure that we deliver
BNY
information.
investigators.
And of course, I got the BNY investigators working around the clock. I mean,
Definitely.
I appreciate your thoughts still, Jessica.
Yeah. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, them women out here working hard.
What?
They're working hard right here. BNY investigators.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
You came at the end. You came at the tail end right there.
Yeah, I
so
heard
I just
something.
went back and cleaned it up. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Speaking of
sorry.
speaking of getting hard, do do y'all think
Don't you.
it was already out there?
Yo, is
It's already out there.
Is that gonna be a clip? 'Cause somebody better clip that
Speaking of, do y'all think all men cheat?
Haha, this is what I'm here
all men
for.
except black men.
Damn, you can't. I knew you was gonna say it, but that was quick.
Yeah, bro. Just had to dip it in the mud. Black men don't cheat.
I gotta put it up.
While
there.
they still listening, hey, look, we talked about this. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got. I don't know who you. I'm Kobe though, so you throw it up. I'm taking a shot. You
Nah,
pass me the ball.
Shaq. You Shaq. That's who you are.
Damn.
That's your role.
Didn't Kobe cheat?
Dang, come on, man.
No,
Yes,
he didn't.
But damn. Everybody knew it. You had to say it.
Kobe. Black men don't cheat. That's first and foremost. Above all else, no matter what you say, black men don't cheat.
Proven fact.
It was the Asian part of Kobe. It was his eyes. That was they Asian. It was the Asian part. Asian men, they cheat. White men, they cheat. Puerto Rican men, they cheat. Spanish men cheat. Black men don't cheat.
So this viewer submitted question. This is our last viewer submitted topic.
Is that racist? Who knows? But black men don't cheat. That's all I know.
The last part I do agree with. Black men don't cheat. Absolutely not.
What side?
So,
Oh, yeah, man.
So the article comes from also from the BNY fan group page. Shout out to BNY fan group page again. An escort said that all men are bound to cheat on their partners, and they always find the time to stray, no matter how busy they seem. Can I read her exact words?
Sure.
All right, her name's Samantha. Real name Amanda Golf.
Whoa, wait, what?
Her name is Samantha. Real name is Amanda Golf.
Okay, the way you said it, how the words ran together.
Hey,
Say that one more time for the people. Her name is what now?
Samantha.
But her real name is what now?
Ama-
listen to hoes that change their name.
She says that all types of men would cheat, no matter what. Even men in happy marriages would cheat. Allow me to read her exact comments. She says that in my profession as a high-class escort, I see a whole range of men. Single, widow, divorced, men in wheelchairs, men who are terminally sick, criminals, cops, politicians. Every type of man. And she says that they will make it a priority to cheat, and it's an absolute fact. For Samantha's experiences, she can place married men in 3 categories: those who don't have sex with their wives, those who love their wives, meaning variety, and the man who in an incredibly happy marriage, but says that they'll still cheat no matter what. She says also, it doesn't matter how good the marriage is, how happy you are, or you think you are, what a great father he is, what a great provider. You still have sex every Tuesday and a regular date night. Doesn't matter. Men will still stray.
Who's going first?
I think it's one of us.
Okay.
I would
yeah.
say.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about this pre-production.
I would. I'm gonna lead this one with Austin Tolles. Now we already got out the fact that black men don't cheat.
Right.
We already said that.
His thoughts.
As well known.
First and foremost.
Proven fact. I got
Scientifically
scientific
proven.
evidence.
Exactly.
Scientifically proven black men don't cheat.
And do not cheat.
With
at all.
that said, shout out Amber, because she said all I needed to see. I didn't read this article. I have no intentions to ever read this article. I heard what Ricky said, but I ain't reading it. When you look at this article, you start to wonder, what the hell is she talking about? Then you say, where's she from? Oh, the UK. Oh, okay, it kind of makes sense that she would say this. I think that if she were to come over here, she wouldn't get nearly the play she getting in UK. That's just me personally, my thoughts. Because one, it's a lie. It's not true. She's speaking from her truth, but you literally how can I say this without getting canceled?
You about to get canceled.
You already
Go on,
canceled.
say it.
You got canceled when you said
And I
black
am
men
who
don't
I
cheat.
am. I'm uncancelable. I ain't shooting nobody in the foot.
Damn. Bust.
You can do way more. There's
you
other
sell-
there's other doors you can walk through to get canceled.
Your vagina to men for a living. Of course you're gonna come across men that cheat.
That's your profession.
That's what they. The only men you're gonna come across is men that want to sleep with you because that's what your job is. If I work at Starbucks, I'm gonna say every white woman loves Starbucks, and they all drink a double venti caramel macchiato with caramel around the cup.
What about
Because
pumpkin
that's
spice
what my
lattes?
job is. I see them every day. It don't mean it's true. Every woman don't drink venti caramel macchiatos with caramel around the cup. Normally that's the black women's drink, by the way, because they like the extra caramel. But, like, that don't mean it's true.
Code.
Just, that
Somebody.
don't mean it's true. That just means that's what I see all the time. But what I see isn't a reality to everybody else.
It's a very narrow perspective.
Very narrow. Like, how many men? Oh, well, never mind. I don't even want to ask that
You want to
question.
get into the numbers?
Probably open.
Oh. Hey.
My thing is, bro, like, this is literally, your job is, like, because obviously based on her article, she sleeps with men.
Right.
Like, because not all escorts not all escorts sleep with the person. Most
Some
escorts
just
don't.
entertain. Yeah.
Most escorts just go out for dinner,
Look pretty.
weddings.
What's that? Arm
You know,
candy?
they're just
Something like
there.
That's still a form of cheating.
They get paid to be pretty and be there, right? But the way she's saying it sounds like she's spreading them. And if that's what you're doing, yeah, that's the niggas you come across. That's the only niggas looking for people like you.
Oh.
You that late?
No.
I was right there with man for a second.
We
No,
changed
no,
the
no.
subject?
No, my fault. That was just like a mental outburst at that point. I was already with you, but I just like had like something click on my own damn self. But no, it was. I'm with you like 100% all the way. I understand exactly where you're coming from, but I was just like a little mental outburst there on that one. But no, go ahead. My bad, bro. I
mean,
definitely
that's
disrupted
mainly-
the
that's
flow
mainly
on that
my
one.
point.
Let's open this up more. So the question was, this is the topic that came up. Thank you for actually with the article right there. We got that. Let's move out the way from that one. We don't need to touch more on her.
Okay.
Why do men cheat?
Several reasons, honestly. One,
Clocking out.
hey, he's clocking out because men don't. He say black men don't cheat, and his mindset is if a black man does cheat, he's a boy. Okay, I did cheat, and I was about a smooth 22 years old. I was a boy, but we digress from that.
Digress.
As a man that's seen it all, not all, a lot. Men cheat for a few reasons, and I say seeing it all, not personally, just coming and going with with people. They're not satisfied in their marriage relationship, and they're there for the wrong reasons. They don't know why they're in love, or if they are in love, something's not getting fulfilled. Then you got the immature men who think they want to have their cake and eat it too. And what else? There's just so many reasons. Yeah, and then you got that. What's that?
I say, ain't that what you're supposed to do?
As far as what? Hey, cake eat it too?
You ain't supposed to just let the cake go bad.
This is from the man that says black men don't cheat.
Bro, listen. If I got cake, I'ma eat it. That's the dumbest statement ever.
It's a bad analogy. I do understand, but the way it's meant to be said, this is what I'm talking about. You wanna have your cake and then somebody else's cake too. That's better. Okay, yeah. Yes. All right. So now we change the analogy to make it make sense. It's just, you're missing. At the end of the day, it's something's not being fulfilled in your relationship, and it's how you go about trying to fix what's in that relationship before you break down and go astray. Some people don't try hard enough. A lot of people don't try hard enough. Hey, shit, at one point I can say I didn't try hard enough, but but I really was like, I can't do this before I go out there and start thotting and bopping and throwing dick in a circle in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, please don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't gonna come home with your dick.
Actually,
damn.
I ain't say throw it in anybody. I go up there. I go to a little club.
Bro,
and throw
you
in a circle
leave
and
your
make some
dick
money.
in the air for too long in Baltimore, you might catch something.
Oh, yeah, actually, you're right.
It's in the air.
I knew I was in Baltimore when I smelt it. I was like,
They gonna catch a respiratory disease.
Hey man, hey yo, leave our neighbors alone, man. Come on, man. It ain't that bad in Baltimore.
It ain't.
Come on
It ain't
now.
Manny, please.
But no, I actually wanted to touch on what Austin was saying about the he has a very good point, and I agree with the point of 1,000%. This is 1,000% that this is her profession. Her profession is to be an escort. So anybody that calls you to come see you or be interactive with you are going to be men. There's going to be men that aren't cheating per se. They're just single and can't do anything more than that. And then you got the ones that are looking for something else. They want something fun. They're not keeping their relationship fresh. So they going out the way. I don't understand what it is to pay for a woman to be around me. That's kind of creepish to me.
That's some UK shit.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, they do it here all the and then you say it's the UK. I bet there's another one. There's plenty of women here in America can say the same thing and agree with that woman with her argument.
They all live in the hills.
But there's a lot of faithful men out here. There's a lot of faithful men out here, and it's a lot of men out here who want their stuff to work. Mm-hmm. Now, men go out and they want their stuff to work, or they'll voice their complaints or what's missing, and and I say men and women. We're gonna make this gender neutral, so we won't. But it's a lot of people so I don't get canceled. So but both sides, people voice their complaints and they don't work together to get through it, and it turns into cheating. And cheating is bigger than sex. I had to learn this when I was a boy, but it is what it is.
There's many different forms. Infidelity.
So, yeah, you just can't. You can't because if you're giving someone time, you're losing energy from that relationship you're in. So,
all right. So, you got something, Rick?
No, go on. Say your thoughts, and I'll bring something else up.
When I read the article and Shorty and just bigger perspective, the question that came to my mind was, is there any scenario, or do you all believe a man can cheat, but still be in love, Absolutely. Not even to Shorty's point, just
John Legend said it best.
John Legend.
Well, John Legend said it best. You can't say I don't love you just because I cheat on you.
I mean,
That's
you
some
can.
future shit.
Bro, John Legend said that back on his first album.
I remember that.
I do
John Legend
believe.
was the
I do
first
believe. I do believe someone can cheat and still love somebody.
I think with men it's different. Like
That's where I was going.
A man would
Yeah.
a man would cheat for
the
if a man,
physical.
yeah, the physical, whatnot.
And keep it strictly that.
But we're
Yeah,
missing one of the biggest things that I personally feel like is behind it, but nobody ever wants to talk about it because it's men.
Talk on it.
Mental health, trauma, childhood trauma. Nobody wants to bring this up, but you can literally be stuck. You could be a 30-year-old man stuck at 18 years old mentally
Oh yeah.
off of childhood trauma. And that could cause you to make stupid decisions as a grown man.
True.
That can cause you to cheat as a grown man.
Before you go too deep and get knocked out by the fan base,
They can't.
what
knock me out.
what
I thought it was fine, though.
what I'm saying, but
No, it was.
what men have what type of men been through the most trauma as a whole?
They don't cheat.
Okay. All right.
They don't cheat.
Just try to.
Yeah. I like that though. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was
Just
a
trying
good
to
one.
save you from yourself.
That was a good one. But childhood trauma, depression, unstable mental health, that can cause you to not appreciate what you have and to be led astray. But nobody ever wants to talk about it. It's men or men are dogs. Men only think with their dicks. Da. It could really be some serious problems up there, but nobody ever wants to address them or talk about it.
You think that?
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you good. You good. You think that can be overcome, or
Yeah, if you
Is
go
that-
to
is that an
therapy,
excuse?
if you get counseling, if you actually take care of your mental health, yeah, it could be overcome. But
do you use it as a
men's
crutch,
mental
though?
health is still stigmatized. We're getting there,
Nah,
but we're not there
yeah.
yet.
And with
Mental
that-
health for men is still stigmatized. So until you actually address
Yeah.
it, how can you overcome it?
Do you use as would you not you personally, but can that be used?
Yeah, because I
as
don't
a-
cheat. I'm a black man.
Hey, shout out to it. Hey, can that be used as an excuse though for why men do cheat?
Not an excuse. It's a reason. It can be a valid reason.
No, it's not.
Not every reason is an excuse. Not every reason is an excuse.
Like I cheated because of something that happened in my past. This is
But it doesn't manifest like that. And it shouldn't manifest like that. What the thing is you have to realize that you can't just take a surface level incident and slap whatever the hell label you want to put on it. Figure out what's really going on. Because 9 times out of 10, you ask somebody why they cheat, man or woman. You ask them why they cheated. They'll come up with a million different reasons why they cheated. But you take them to a counselor, and they actually work with the counselor or work with the therapist and don't work against them. They actually work with it. The therapist will pull out something that they never even thought about, will figure out something they never even thought about. It'd be like, well, all that sounds like it boils down to this. And it's something they never even thought. That's not why they thought they cheated. They thought they cheated for all these other million reasons that they came up with in their head.
I agree with that.
Instead of getting to the source of the problem. We always tackle the symptoms. Nobody ever wants to figure out the source of the problem.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
with
And
that
I
in
think
multiple
that is
situations.
overlooked when it comes to infidelity. I think mental health is overlooked when it comes to infidelity.
Yeah, that's just
I get that because even then, because of the mental health or your upbringing or what you have going on, whenever let's say you do try hard enough and you say let's make it to counseling, people are combative in counseling.
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah,
then, like
yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
You go to talk to somebody about something, and then this one party or the other may be like, man, they smoking crack. They don't know what they talking about. So then you go try somebody else. And all right, well, that counselor said the same thing that counselor said. Man, no. Like,
Yeah,
some
that
people-
can't possibly be
Some
it.
people are so
Right.
combative because of either their upbringing or, whatever they went through in their life, whatever they've seen. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to mental health, don't be combative. Get multiple opinions before you become combative. I mean, if you're combative, get another opinion. Now, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counselors telling you the same shit, you need to just take a step back and be like, maybe they got a point. These
Right.
these are paid
Right.
professionals.
Well, what about? All right, so I'm gonna take it back just a little bit. What about the animalistic side of humanity and men in general, right? What about the fact that humans and a few other mammals are the only ones that are practicing monogamy? But anywhere, just about anywhere else in the animal kingdom, especially when it comes to mammals, what do you see? In lion prides, you see 1 or 2 males at the most, with a pride full of, lioness.
It's like Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, in any other society, just about except for isolated, like loner, animals that are typically travel by themselves. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about like groups that travels together, usually there is a dominant male that has a a group of women or females.
Most of the kids that are with him, they're his.
They're his.
From
like,
a bunch
so
of different
what
other
about the
jumps.
fact that, our primal instincts as men is to, like we've heard probably all our life, men divide and conquer. Like, we're all about the climb and boom, 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 here, this and that. Women seeks the most fit male as far as, the progression of humanity in general. The strongest will survive. What about that aspect? Y'all think like that actually plays into like?
Before you go, real quick, add to your point. There's something that old girl said in this article too as well. She said marriage is a complex beast. Personally, I think it's outdated and unrealistic.
She has a point.
What you been? There's been a lot of polyamory and polygamous relationships that really has been like becoming more and more prevalent now. Like, where people are literally like starting to shy away from the old the notions of marriage being a one-on-one institution, but man with 2, 3. I mean, it's a dude that I follow on Instagram. Really, successful brother, man. He has, I believe at this point, 3 or 4 wives, but their organization and how they all work together, and he does it in a way that works for them, obviously. But like, what about that? Speak to the fact that maybe this is just the animalistic side of us as men that wants to just, like, sex is for procreation, right? Like, typically, like, we're the only mammals outside of like dolphins and
It's for fun.
for fun. You know what I'm saying? Because
anywhere from 1 to like 4 times generally is for procreation.
But
you got any more kids in that? Get off her. She's tired.
Yeah, she's done. Get over it. But could it be like more the animalistic side of men that just want to have multiple partners? I mean, and we're married, and you love your partner that you're married to, but the animalistic side say, I want to have like a harem.
Keeping one woman happy is hard enough. I don't know why dudes think they want to keep 3, 4 women happy. And then you got fuck boys who they do exist, where they are not considerate of anything. And then you got dudes that understand they for the streets, and they gonna keep it G with you. Now
that's
the
how they
problem
rockin'.
is the dudes that's for the streets that keep it G with you, they don't want it for whatever reason, and a lot of women get hurt because they go in saying, okay, he said he for the streets. But then he's like, this is an awesome ass dude, but like, he probably been hurt in the past, and he just move how he move. So it's a lot of people you don't meet at the right time. I understand. I'm getting off topic, but the whole primal thing, you gotta give us more credit than that. Yeah, give us more credit than that.
I kind of lean towards Manny on that with the primal jump. I'm like, nigga, you a grown man. But my thing, okay, so Jessica put something in the comments that I've never heard before. I ain't know nothing about it, so I Googled it. But she said, what about and I'm going to say this wrong, the Freudian psychology. So I looked it up. And Sigmund Freud, I think I heard it in a rap before. But Sigmund Freud emphasized the importance of the unconscious mind, and a primary assumption of Freudian theory is that the unconscious mind governs behavior to a greater degree than people suspect. And the goal of psychoanalysis is to make the unconscious conscious. That, to be honest, like in reading that,
Well, that kind of speaks
That-
to your point.
well, it kind of makes me feel like, do you want to give our unconscious mind the title of our primal? Like, do you want to say that's where the primal instinct comes from? Like, where does the primal instinct come from? Does it come from our unconscious being? Because if you go by that theory, then yeah, you could go off of the primal instinct could be a reason. I don't know. I don't feel like I gotta look more into that psychology, to be honest. But when it comes to my initial thoughts on primal instinct being like a reason that we cheat, I feel like we're at a point where as people we have to like we're not animals.
Yeah.
Like, so you want to say, oh, well, look at the animal kingdom. They do this, that, and the third. Okay.
Outside too.
So do you think of yourself as greater than the animal kingdom, or are you just another animal? You tell me how you feel, because the way you carry yourself in society, you put yourself on top of the food chain. You act like you're greater than animals. I mean, you have a mind. You have a sense of reasoning. Animals don't have a sense of reasoning the way humans do. Animals' brains don't work the same way as humans do. Animals work strictly off of instinct. Humans have logic. So, okay. Says that
So
all of
Jessica
our
says
behaviors-
that basically Freud says all of our behaviors are dictated by sexual instincts.
Think about
sexual instinct. Well, that would go to the instincts point. So if you believe that, then that would give credit to what you said about the primal part.
I mean,
I don't know.
what Dave Chappelle say. Dave Chappelle said, if it wasn't for women, we'd be happy living in a box. Majority of the things that men do
It's for women.
is for women.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like the goal for a lot of men, not all, obviously, we know that nowadays. Not every man, but majority of men are literally working, and their end goal is to please either a woman
Or
women.
Right.
Like, and that's just basic. And what is it that we want from women? And it's not to say that we don't desire anything else, companionship.
I want companionship. And,
yeah,
and love and
we know
support.
that. Yeah, of course. We know that.
Communication, trust.
I just want love.
Long walks on the beach.
I just want you to listen to me and
Share a
cuddle
pina
with
colada.
me.
Cuddle you.
Sometimes I want to be the little spoon.
Little spoon.
it feels great. I've been a little spoon.
I don't just want sex.
It's just this.
Yeah, I'm not a
course not.
heathen.
Yeah, but as far as instincts go, I mean, a lot of dudes just, I mean, you hit the club. they just
Well,
go from
hey,
there.
that's
Yeah,
good from the other
exactly.
Why
side.
women wear makeup
Jessica's
dressed
spitting
up and
facts
shit.
right now. They
Yeah.
go both ways. Even then, like,
Well, because they're trying to attract this suitable
but even
mate.
then, like, let's say you go out and like you go on your instincts. It's not you like in your subconscious. You see that cute girl at the cash register. You might talk to her friendly or not, but you know, she caught your eye. Like, you're thinking with your dick right now. I'm talking more of a. We're talking to her point, not
Yeah.
trying to bash.
I mean,
married
just
men
off
or-
of a first
Yes.
glance type of
Yeah.
before you catch yourself.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
first
first
thought.
thought, your
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
inclination.
But you don't.
So,
You don't.
dang,
But
she
you don't. But
bad.
it's not even a.
And you-
It's not even a whole thought in your head though.
Right.
Because I've been in.
And that goes to that theory.
Yeah, and I've been in positions where, you know, an attractive woman helped me out in a store or something, and I'm not even thinking the fact. And then, like, the person with me at the time says, "Well, you looking at her like that for?" I'm like, "What?" And then I had to think about it. I'm like, "What? Oh, she's kind of cute," but I wasn't even thinking that.
Right.
Now you thinking that because you know.
I had a girl.
There's competition, all that stuff going on.
Uh-oh.
Like, yeah.
Uh-oh. Story time.
This girl, like, accused me of having a whole relationship with her in my head.
Oh,
and I was
not
like,
where I thought she was going with this one.
no,
honestly.
because it's funny to me because it goes to the Manny point of like I wasn't even thinking like that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is girl that like we was cool, and at one point I did think like, well maybe we clicking, this could turn into this,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's all I thought was, what if, right? This could turn into this. That's all I thought, and she took that and was like, it's not cool. You can't have a whole relationship with me in your head. And she blew it up into this whole big thing. And I'm just like,
Definitely was not my intention.
I wasn't having a whole relationship with you in my head. I said we clicking. What if? And that was it. Like,
you say it out loud.
huh?
You say it out
You
loud.
must have said something to her. Before her
She
to,
asked me a question.
and so you answered honestly.
Yeah.
then
And I answered honestly, which I always do because I don't lie.
And then you got criticized.
And then she turned it into that. And I was just like,
Sometimes you ain't gotta say nothing. They be like,
what?
I ain't.
It didn't make no sense to me.
See, I mean, no
that
sense.
story just
I'm not
hurts
even
my
entertaining.
head just hearing
I'm
that.
not- Don't entertain it.
Jesus Christ.
That's where which song was it? Which song was it? I think it's 11:24. The joint where I want to get the girl to sing on.
Okay, all right.
The joint where I was like, I've been clear with my intentions. Just thought I should say that.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of that song. It's like I never made a move on you. Even if I thought, what if I wanted you, you would know. You wouldn't have to ask me. Just ask. Ooh, I was about to name
What the
drop.
hell?
Thank you for
Coronavirus?
sneezing.
Kind
Change the whole topic. I
Yes.
appreciate
Yeah, look, man.
that. Because I was about to name drop.
Oh, yeah. That Dev over here coughing up a lung.
Yo, that was right on time though.
Like
Shit.
ain't still a pandemic going
No,
on.
if I want
Oh,
you, you
shut
know. Just ask Brianna.
Oh,
Yeah, I did it anyway. Fuck it.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. Shit.
He's like, I'm going to get this name out regardless. Y'all
I
gonna hear me.
didn't
I'ma
feel like
say it.
hold on to it.
You know what?
But if I want you, you know. Like,
I'll
ain't
say it
no
with you.
question.
say
Ain't no question about it. I'm making very blatant moves.
I don't know.
That's just who I am.
I don't know.
I'm not subtle. I tell you what it is.
He's not even talking to us right now. He's talking
You're talking to somebody
that
else.
last 30 seconds was somebody totally different. He said the name
All right,
that's directed at you. Go from there. Jessica on Facebook. Just consider this. You ever hear of puppy love? It's not just that shit. It's not just that shit fizzles out. Think back to caveman days. Women needed a man to help her survive while she physically had to hold a baby and care for it. After the kid could care for itself, the man wasn't needed.
Yeah, it's called child support these days.
Damn.
Damn it. I was gonna
Okay,
say.
I'm kind of confused by this comment. I'm not gonna lie to
I'm
you.
not gonna lie to you. I said nothing. I don't know what to say. But after the kid could care for themselves, the man wasn't needed.
It's what they've been doing to the black
disagree.
community since the what?
Hey, Jessica, I just got another love for you, but I feel like your first point and then your last point, almost two different points in itself.
I gotta disagree because even back then, like just speaking on caveman days, like typically,
Were
and yes,
cavemen
we've
even
kind
real?
of strayed away, obviously these days from gender roles. But just speaking to that point, if women spent most of their time caring for children, they didn't necessarily develop the tools and the skills back then to care for themselves.
That was
taught
back when
the
we
kid
had.
how to
That's,
hunt?
that's back when we had gender
like,
roles. Though
that was typically exactly.
But who taught the kid how to hunt?
the dad?
The male was needed then.
back when
So-
we had gender roles.
Right.
Well,
so-
she said the kid could take care of
But
themselves, and
even
the man
if
wasn't
during
needed.
that
So that
time-
would be after the man taught him how to hunt.
But in
they
these-
didn't hunt. Women
Yeah.
didn't hunt.
no,
So-
I'm saying
Yeah,
based
to
on her
which-
comment, it would be
Yeah.
after the man taught him how to hunt.
Yeah.
Then the man's technically no longer needed.
But today's days, you just need child support and YouTube.
That sounds so fucked up, right?
It
there.
is, but that's how a lot of people in society think.
The child support.
It's not
It's
even that it
YouTube.
sound messed up.
Jesus,
it's just
it's-
that
There's a lot of
damn, that
there's a
came
lot
from
of there's a lot of
that
single,
came from deep within.
Yeah, I was saying right there, like,
But
that
it's
was, like, damn, like,
it's a sad truth though.
both y'all talking to two different people right now.
It's a sad.
no.
That's ain't for BNY. That's just something.
It's a sad
I'm
truth
not,
though.
I'm not talking from experience on this one. I'm talking more from what you see. What?
No, go on. Continue.
But yeah, like I'm not talking from personal experience on this one. It's just seeing people. I've seen women who don't get child support from the father or whatnot, and they have to. Let's go here instead.
You just went in your point and just go to comment.
Yeah, I want to go to comment. Because I can. I'm just.
You were.
You was in it.
I can't drink tonight. I'm out of here. I'm out of here right now. No, that sounds weird, but
no, you
gets the body going. But nah,
you're not yourself when you're sober.
But you see.
Give me some liquors.
No, can't. I'm on the clock. I'm on the other clock. But the women that raise their kids exclusively by themselves with all that, they do have. The gender roles go away. They got to be both. And then there's some that appreciate just with this point before the last comment because I haven't read it yet. Gender roles are gone. We can't go back to the caveman thought process anymore. Right. But we're in this time right now is where do you want to do gender roles or do you not? Like which one is it? It's like are we gonna?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, are men needed or are men not needed? Because you see both sides of it every day. You got women who post themselves on Father's Day, like I do this all, and then you got So like it's a. I'm not trying to tell people to pick a side, but at this point, I need.
It just needs to be consistency.
Yeah, how much trouble am I can do either way. Yeah.
Not too much. Too much. We're doing good right now. Let me just read this comment from Jessica. We're going to move on from this. That's when the chemical reaction runs out, the puppy love. The whole aspect of a single partner is only relevant during that stage. As far as the chemical reaction, shout out to my man Nate from season 1 and 2 of BNY Podcast. One thing we talked about is there is a chemical balance when it comes to love, especially when you first meet somebody. He says that based on things that he's read too as well, you really should probably wait about 1.5 years before you tell anybody you actually love them, or that you want to move forward in a relationship.
A
from
year
there.
and a half.
The reason why is that according to the science, 12 to 18 months is a period. If you're still interested in this person, still with this person, then it's a little bit more than just
you can tell somebody you love them. You can tell somebody you love them before then, but don't make any rash like I said. I'm not moving in with you nothing within a year. I'm not doing all that.
You should definitely, like I said, 12 months to 18 months. I don't know what the scientific studies are. I looked at it myself.
I don't agree with that.
This is just what his research as far as his studies do.
I mean,
No, I don't.
That's very.
I know you don't.
I don't because I met Jenny.
Yeah.
2 months later, I got married to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's why I said I know you don't.
9 years later, shout out to November the 23rd. That'll be 9 years, and 3 kids later, here we are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't agree with that.
Now, I would say this right here.
I know in 6 months.
I'm the exception to the rule. I don't recommend that for anyone else.
I recommend it for
them.
Maybe not 2 months, but I know in 6 months.
And the thing is that to this point, I didn't know.
I think
I knew. Honestly, I knew it like that.
I think men know men know quicker than a woman. Honestly.
That could be a thing, possibly.
Yeah.
If your head on straight, you gonna know. Like this is it. Now you may know you love her, but your actions may say otherwise because you haven't grown all the way out of who you are as as a young man growing up. Depending on how young you are when you meet the one. And even then, when that happens, you have your reasons for why it didn't work out. But usually, for most men, when they were younger and their stuff don't work out, they can go back and say, "Well, there's a problem with them in them growing up." Was it? I proposed in 4 months. Been married 7 years. Yeah. So like,
hey, Javon, shout out to you.
What was it like? My when I was young, it wasn't like 2 months, but it was quick.
Yeah, by standard.
Yes. And we weren't in the same city for most of the time, and it lasted 10 years. It lasted 10 years. So
everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
You know, you should reach anyone else. Just have a good. I just hope that everyone has a good support group around that can, they can look at the situation outside of themselves and go from there.
Yeah, but because of society and how things work, sometimes that's more times than not that support group ain't good for you.
That's a bad support group. That's not a support group.
I just want to know. I'm getting myself in trouble. I don't care.
Here we go. What you got?
I just want to know if Jessica believes in polygamy.
I doubt it.
That's all I want.
She's married.
You believe in the
Man, damn, man. I can see why.
You opened the door.
Do you believe in the fruit is sank?
So quick hits.
Damn, we already there.
After that, yes. No, I ain't got no smooth transition. We just moving on.
Okay. I thought quick hits was like last time.
I couldn't help myself.
Yes, we can.
She threw up the lob.
That
Did
really,
she?
Nah.
Yes.
No.
Speaking of
threw the
monogamous
lob, and I was
relationships,
just
what about
like,
the
you know,
Lakers
speaking
stranglehold
of-
on this series?
Speaking of throwing up the lobs.
Quick
No,
hits.
not for me at least. Thank you just for sticking answering that question.
Quick hits.
Oh shit, that was funny
That
as
is
fuck.
hilarious. That is hilarious.
Quick
That
hits.
was-
Two words.
Shout out to you and your mans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to him.
I don't break up happy homes. Quick hits.
There's the words never
I was
spoken.
gonna go
episode
somewhere else
that
with
says
that
otherwise.
too as well, but quick hits. 2 words.
I'll play it. Let me see.
Dwayne Haskins.
That boy didn't deserve that.
Do you want to? I'll let you all speak first, and I'll give you my opinion.
That's all I got to say.
Wait,
They just benched him.
Dwayne Haskins got benched.
for his play, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I'll
I
let you all
haven't kept
speak
up with
first.
this
Well, I mean,
Dwayne
niggas
Haskins.
is
Bench
1
the
and
whole
8.
damn team then.
They 1 and 8. So
I ain't watching NFL right now.
Oh, Redskins football team.
yeah.
Oh, wait,
the
I'm
Washington
sorry.
football
The
team.
Washington football
Yeah.
team's
Now.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah,
week
the
before
quarterback,
Indigenous
number
Peoples
7.
Day, you're gonna say some shit like that.
My bad, bro.
All right. So he got benched. He's now not second string, but he's now the 3rd string quarterback.
He's gonna be inactive on game day.
Was he the starter to begin with? Like, was he really the starter? Like,
This is my thing when it comes to quarterbacks in general. When a new coach staff comes in, you're not their guy. They didn't draft you. They got no loyalty to you. You're just there. And if it don't work out, it don't work out. As far as Haskins, dude, I looked at the film. I went back and actually watched the all 22 breakdowns, different YouTube videos accounts too as well, just breaking down this man's play.
Oh.
Not very good. Not good, dude.
Well, he's a rookie.
It's not
Yeah.
working anymore.
Now I'll put it like this: what you said is absolutely right. But when Dwayne Haskins was drafted,
His line sucks.
regardless, this is what they said.
That's
The man is
how they drafted
probably
him.
the man's a 2-year project. Now for a 5th round draft pick, okay, fine, whatever. If you somehow start one day, then great. If not, then it is what it is. For a 1st round pick, I don't like picking project quarterbacks in the 1st round. I like sure things. I like the Joe Burrows. I like the Tuas. Guys can walk in
There
and
is
start.
no short thing.
So-
Like, Joe
No,
Burrow wasn't
wait.
even a short
I
thing.
think so. You know what?
I
He was
never
more
believed
short
in
thing.
that.
That he was a day 1 starter though. At the same time.
It was the fucking Bengals.
right, bro. Like,
It was either gonna be Joe Burrow or number 4.
No, second.
I-
Why?
I-
well, first of all, why are you yelling at me?
I'm
bro?
not yelling. I'm
'Cause he's
excited.
speaking
Why are you
facts.
saying?
I'm speaking
But things that
facts.
you see him,
Thank you,
you
Dad.
see Joe Burrow. He looks like a starter.
He's in a better situation than Dwayne.
Joe Burrow
Haskins
doesn't
is.
have
He's in
a
the Bengals.
choice.
It's not really a good situation, but he looks good though. That's what I'm saying.
Joe Burrow, as bad as the Bengals have been in their history, the Bengals are a better organization than the football team.
I would put them on the
That's
same.
so funny.
I would say this though. He is right about that because don't forget Marvin Lewis was there for what 16
Oh, he
years
was
head coach.
garbage, but they were consistent.
Exactly.
That
There
is
was
They
one.
kept their one coach that
That's
was going to
true.
get them either at the door of the playoffs or the 1st round and lose, but they were consistent.
And that's true too as well. 16 years, not one playoff win, but they're consistent.
So
Javon, hold on 1 second. Why? Not like they really had any chance of being in the playoffs that the man have a chance to develop.
True.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying with that, but coaches get fired every single day. We don't have time to wait on you to develop.
you sound like an impatient
Okay,
football
but check
team
this
fan.
out. No, see, that's wrong. And I'm going to tell you
No,
why
that's
that's
the
wrong.
NFL though.
But it's wrong.
I didn't say it was
don't
right.
care.
I'm saying it's the NFL.
Coaches get fired every day,
B.
then they should do better.
So who's the starter?
All I'm saying is, who do they even have for him to learn from?
As far as what, like offensive coordinator or another quarterback? on the
Another
team?
quarterback.
We got Alex
Because
Smith
you're
on the
benching
roster.
him, right? You're making him inactive.
Look, dude, I'm just
So
saying
you
who's on
want
the
him?
roster.
Hold
I'm
on.
just
Hold
presenting
on.
news.
So you
Oh,
want
Alex
him to
Smith
sit
starting?
back.
No, he's not.
I know that. That's
But
why I
wait,
just wanted
you
to
want him to sit back and learn. You want him to get better. You want him to develop. He's a 2-year project. Who is teaching him over these next 2 years? Who is teaching him as he's a project? He ain't got nobody to really learn from, so you might as well let him learn the game through the game. Y'all suck.
I would say,
Your line sucks.
Hold on.
Your owner sucks.
Hold on.
He does
I don't
suck.
disagree with anything you're just saying right now.
Your
You
coach
sound like
sucks
it.
without Cam Newton.
Ron Rivera has not been very successful without Cam Newton. Everything he's saying is facts. Now, as far
Your
as Dwayne
offensive
Haskins,
coach sucks.
some quarterbacks
Quarterback
need to learn
coach
the game
sucks.
from a
All right,
distance
I'm
before they
done.
actually get thrown out there. Everything he's saying is facts. That's why I'm not even arguing with you. He's absolutely right with what he's saying. But some quarterbacks need to learn the game first, learn how to prepare, learn how to be a professional before they're just thrown to the wolves.
Okay.
But you put him in a situation where he didn't have the opportunity to learn. So you're either going to expect him to learn on the fly right away, which means you leave his ass in there, you let him keep learning, or you set him up for success in a way you bring in a proven veteran quarterback that
Or
has
a
some
decent
wins,
QB coach.
that knows he's coming in
decent
with
offensive
the
line.
purpose of teaching him
Right.
while also taking 2 or 3 years
Yes.
while you have this veteran quarterback to build a fucking offensive line to keep that dude on his feet.
And
Look
everything
at
he's saying is right.
Look at all
You're
the
not saying
goats.
anything wrong.
Look at
Bro,
the goats.
y'all
Look
You're
at
not saying
Aaron
anything wrong.
Rodgers.
Y'all-
I'm just saying
Oh, my
that
bad.
he may not be. He's not good right now. I'm gonna say he can't be good in the future.
So what's your
But see,
problem
y'all
with him
got
getting
a
benched?
a good quarterback in the first round once before.
Y'all punished
Oh,
him.
and
So
they-
RG3.
They
Yeah.
didn't protect him.
And what y'all
Actually,
he
gave
got hurt
y'all
on
gave
himself sometimes.
He was a
RG3 the
terrible
same
slider.
weapons y'all gave Haskins.
RG weapons are pretty good.
RG3 weapons were better than Haskins.
Yeah.
Very true.
And so you're judging his game. He's not very good. Well, of
No,
course
hold
not.
second. I didn't get into why he's not good. I told you to watch the film. This is what the film shows.
Okay.
He's a pocket passer with very limited mobility
Okay.
that stare down his receivers and struggles reading defenses.
Okay.
Right.
So at this point, let's take the man back. Let's make sure he can learn the game from afar.
Okay.
You said a veteran quarterback. I'm just going from the roster. Alex Smith is there. The man has success in his league. Think you think of him. I'm not the biggest fan of Alex Smith.
Would you want your quarterback to learn from Nick Foles? Would you put the leadership role
After
on Nick
last
Foles
night?
as far as learning, as far as teaching a young quarterback, as far as mentoring a young quarterback on how to be a great quarterback in the league?
Nick Foles?
Do you want Nick Foles to mentor him?
He
Don't
says-
answer. Don't answer. No.
What?
You don't want Nick Foles. It was a rhetorical question.
Okay,
No,
fair enough.
you don't want Nick Foles because you don't want him to be the greatest backup of all
He's
time.
had success in his
You
league,
want
though.
him to be a great starting quarterback. Nick Foles has no starting quarterback success.
He won the Super Bowl.
As a backup.
He was a starter at the
He
time.
was a backup. He only
he
played
became the
4
starter.
games. He had magic. It was the Nick Foles magic.
I mean, it's what it is. I'm just going
He
off what
has
he did.
no
He's,
starter. The teams his
as
starter
far as
record
as he's like coming in
is
training
like
camp
sub
starter.
400
Starter-
as a starter.
He had that one good year with the
Thank
the
you for
Eagles.
telling me
I'm
that I know exactly
He
what
had that one
he
good
is.
year as a starter.
See?
Which Javon talked about. To Alex Smith credit, Mahomes and his father did give Alex major credit for Mahomes' development.
Sure, but the Chiefs are also a better organization with a better
Facts.
quarterback coach and a
Facts.
better head coach, better offensive line, and better
Absolutely.
weapons. So, yeah, Alex Smith could teach him something because he had something to go off of. Alex Smith and the Washington football team have no substance. They have no basis to fire anybody.
Can we
Your
really
coach,
attack this in
that's
2
football
weeks?
team got no
That's
basis
fair,
to
bro.
fire a coach,
Yeah.
bench a player, or fire a president. The only thing y'all got some credit and some build up stability to fire is your owner. He the only person who has a real reason to lose their job.
Okay.
Nobody
Okay, where
else.
you going with that?
The football team has no status to fire anybody else.
I can see
Hey,
that.
nothing saying is wrong. That's what I'm saying. You're not wrong with what you're saying. I would love Dan Snyder to be out that door. I'm saying right now, based on the film, Dwayne Haskins is struggling.
Okay, he's struggling. but
He's a project. He needs
I
the right
remember-
development.
and the new starter,
It's Kyle Allen. He was in the system last year. I'm not saying he's great.
No, Kyle Allen used to be with Ron Rivera.
Yeah, he was with the Panthers last year.
so I think there are different types of
How
players.
good were they? Last?
Some players that learn on the
He
fly
won a few
getting
games, but He
thrown.
wasn't that good. He was all right.
Yeah, some
Okay,
players that learn
average.
on the fly getting thrown to the wolves, and then there's some players that learn better from other players' mistakes. because like they are watching the same film, but it seems like y'all are just giving the credit to the veteran quarterback that should groom him, and y'all forget these motherfuckers got QB coaches. And like when they go to the film room, they break down what you did wrong. Y'all go to practice. You see a different defense every week, but y'all defense so trash you can't figure it out with the defense.
Whose defense?
Talk to him.
Yeah, Washington has none.
So our defense is pretty solid. It's not bad.
So he practices against.
It's middle of the road. It's not the greatest, but it's not last.
But he practices against them.
Ain't good enough.
And he's not getting it. But how? And this is something I don't know. Something none of us knows because we're not in the locker room. We're not figuring out how they like. We just take. Oh, he's got benched. They don't know. They probably talk to him like, look, we're gonna scale it back. We're gonna throw this other scrub in here. We're gonna figure you out because you're our future. Not because we like you, because we draft you high and we gotta get our money's worth.
And let's go
what
back.
about?
Oh no, go ahead.
And I'm fine with that right there.
So 2 points. One is like to the whole veteran quarterback. If you look at all of the greats like now and the people that are considered the GOATs, the two quarterbacks now, 3 if you include Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? But
you can't.
I'm just there's a sect of the football world that considers
they're all
Peyton,
in Indianapolis.
But look at the Aaron Rodgers, the Bradys, even Mahomes now what he's done. All of them had what coming in?
Good line, good coach.
Good line and
weapons.
And Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Brett Favre.
Ooh.
Drew Bledsoe. Now Drew Bledsoe isn't in the Hall of Fame. He may make it. He's a fringe Hall of Famer, possibly.
Yeah.
And Alex Smith.
If Eli Manning gets in, and Drew Bledsoe better get in.
So the goats that are considered, they all had one thing. Typically, they all had one thing in common: someone to consistently learn from, while having a good organization around them. To Manny's credit, QB coaches and all that. Y'all remember Jamarcus Russell? Signed a $200 million deal. They gave him a blank tape and they told him to study the defense. And he came back and he said, "Yeah, he studied it all." And
the packages.
They literally was like, "That was a blank fucking tape that we gave you."
Facts. This is a real story.
It's a real story. So my question is,
I'll be honest, I never heard that story.
Man, what $200 million man shysted the Oakland Raiders? They gave him the tape. Say, "Yo, go home and study this." He took the notebook. Took the tape home. They asked him a few days later, "What you think of that tape?" And he went into this whole spiel about how he paid attention and this and that. It was a blank tape, fool. So to your point, QB coaches and all these people in the organization. To Austin's point, the organization is trash. So how much learning, even if you don't have a proven veteran quarterback, how much is he actually learning from the QB coach, from the assistant coaches, from whoever's supposed to be sitting him down, going over these blitz packages, these plays, these reads, breaking these things down? If the organization is in complete dysfunction, you can't expect a young quarterback, even if he's a first rounder. You put Joe Burrow in that situation. You put old boy from Jacksonville in there. Gardner Minshew. You put any of these young quarterbacks in this situation where they're in a terrible organization.
Justin Herbert is another great example.
He's playing well.
You put him in a football team. You put him in what's another terrible organization?
The Lions.
The Lions. You put him in one of these terrible organizations. Justin Herbert don't come out of nowhere and start playing like that. The Chargers are a solid organization.
So that's facts. Let me read something real quick. A source from the Washington Post has some.
Oh, okay.
Has some inside information on Dwayne Haskins.
That must be far left. It's like, no, go ahead.
After Haskins won the job, something seemed to happen. A person familiar with the situation and his work habits deteriorated. Another person who's seen Haskins at practice this season noticed Haskins being sloppy during pregame warm-ups, while Kyle Allen worked diligently in those same drills, even though he was unlikely playing the game. Players seem to notice as well. The Washington Post reported that one player had pushed Haskins to work harder, pointing out that Alex Smith, who has been active on game days and was promoted to the backup job as part of this week's quarterback switch, had been arriving at the facility earlier than Haskins and preparing better.
I don't believe it. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. It's the last thing I'm going to say. Because we can look at so many, and I'm going to throw the card out. I don't care. Look at so many black quarterbacks, and there always is a smear story to back up why the organization was ready to move on, bench them, traded them. Yada, yada, yada. Cam Newton. They had stories about Cam Newton. And this man came out and showed y'all shut
The
hell
year
up. That's a
after
lie.
they
All
went
them
to the
lies.
Super Bowl, mind you. The year after they
Cam
was, they
Newton
was
came
trying
out
to
and
bench
showed
him.
all of them stories was lies. Don't listen to them niggas. I'm still out here working. I'm still balling. I'm doing everything I can. So and so I take that story. I'm not gonna say I don't completely disagree with it because I don't know, but I take all those stories with a grain of salt and a splash of doubt because they do that all the time.
That's fair.
True.
I got no problem with that at all.
Yeah.
LeBron about to get his 4th ring. How y'all feel about that?
Shout out to Bron. He's an
Asterisk.
amazing athlete, amazing ball player, an amazing father. So
He pulled
Shout
it from
out
the
to
logo 4 minutes ago.
yeah, I saw that
Think
too.
about it. Didn't he walk? Whatever him walking off the court after that last loss?
I didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But I've never liked that, and it's not the first time it's happening. But I feel like I don't agree that we should like kill him for leadership because of it. But my thing is, he does you can rightfully criticize it because we criticize IT and the Pistons.
Miami up right now.
Exactly.
So I can criticize LeBron. If I can criticize IT and the Pistons, I can criticize LeBron for walking off the court. I don't think it makes him any worse of a player. I don't think it makes him any less of a man. But it was a bad decision.
I would say that if what IT and the Pistons, they did that after the series was over. They just said fuck y'all and just walked off.
I'd argue that's worse.
That's worse right there. What LeBron did, he walked off a few seconds after a Game 3 loss. I mean, it happens literally a lot in the league where dudes start going to the locker room after the game is over, especially in the playoffs, because you don't ever shake hands in the series until after the series is over.
COVID, man. Don't shake no hands.
I don't believe that though. I mean, they do that they shake hands all the time. Other players shook hands. My thing is this. Okay, you could be frustrated. You can have your moments. It's not something that he does every year. He doesn't do it every time he loses. This is a once in every few years or every 6 or 7, 8 years, however long it was since the last time he did it. It's not something that he does on a regular basis. So leave his character out of it. It was a bad judgment call to me,
I'm fair with that right there.
and that's all.
I didn't really think too much. Like, it was blown way out of proportion.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't think too much into it. It was a bad decision. We all make them. If the worst you can give me to kill LeBron's character is he walked off the court a few seconds early, then I'll take that all day, every day.
Absolutely. Been married to the same woman for many, many years.
Raising his kids,
Exactly.
High school.
man.
Yeah, high school sweethearts.
Yeah,
Shout out to Savannah.
taking care of his family, looking out for the kids of Cleveland with his I Promise school, making sure they go to college or get degrees or whatever
Paying for
trade
it.
they need, paying for it. If the worst you can give me is he walked off the court a few seconds early, I'll take that all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I didn't really care too much. I'm like, oh, he walked off. I'm like, whatever.
I still thought it was a bad decision, but I live with
Hey,
it. That's
shut
fine.
up and play basketball, though, right? Ain't
Shut
that what someone,
Shut up and dribble.
someone shut up and dribble? Someone once told him.
He was tired of dribbling.
Come on, man.
Before we get into this day in Black History, usually we go with the Dev versus DMV, but hold up now.
That shit boring.
Oh, we got something new.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got something brand new here, coming straight from the Gold Couch.
Got that split gap.
Oh, yeah.
From the makers of Dev versus DMV, we present Manny versus VA. Take it away, baby.
Okay. I don't even get the DMV. I was close.
Nah, here I got that on lock. You get your own, sub segment.
VA. So it's last minute. I hope this works out. Get ready because this was
Don't
traumatizing
get comfortable.
today.
Oh my God.
So
He's got to get in his therapist
yeah,
bag.
I gotta get
therapist session.
into character. So
Make sure you talk to the mic though.
am I talking to the mic? I don't want to rotate. Oh, man, fuck it. Anyway, I was can't be comfortable. Simple day. Everybody know. I am currently in the process of moving to accommodate my niece who's staying with me as far as being that close to mass transit and whatnot. So I've been looking at several places, and this one place just wasn't answering the phone or my emails, something like that. I just figured, it's busy, COVID, so I said, let me pull up on them and see what's going on. So I get down there. I'm in Pentagon City. We're going to take this away from Marlow Heights.
Please
I'm in
stay
Pentagon
away.
City. I am dressed exactly like this. Actually, I didn't have a hat on. Now my hair looked a little better. Smelling good, looking good. I think I'm clean. So I go in there. to the little building, and you got the little concierge talking to a couple people, just handling some stuff. The one guy she was engaged with, real nice too. How you just look at somebody and be like, that dude wastes way more money than me. But I've done my research. I can afford this place. It's cheaper than where I'm staying now. So from what I saw on the interwebs.
Take that, racism.
Yeah. So that she helps him out, takes some notes, leave. Then there's a so I was talking to Dev. I wouldn't call her a Karen, but definitely a woman of the Orient. She's not a Karen, but she got some help. Very nice and
Yo, that's hilarious.
yeah.
Put on a t-shirt.
got helped out quickly and efficiently. So I'm standing, I'm 6 feet away, and I walk up, and she's like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, can I speak with your leasing office?" This is concierge. She was like, "For what?" What the fuck do people come to the leasing office for? Bitch, I'm trying to live here. You know what I'm saying? So
that was my reaction.
Yeah, it took me back though. But when it came out, it was like, yeah, I'm just trying to see if I, I'm trying to live here. That's what I said. Like, so she's like, all right, well, fill out this form and such and such. I'm like, all right, because I can see the leasing office behind through the thing.
Right.
Because like I said, I tried to call y'all weren't answering. So fill out the little card. Got it 6 feet, the little glass, put it right there. Step back 6 more feet. So like now the card's on the counter. I'm now like 18 feet from you at your thing, And then old girl's like just sitting there doing a thing. She looked at me, doing a thing. Then she find the awkward me staring like, I got shit to do. She gets up, she looks, she's like, "You done?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, usually a pen on the thing with the filled out form says I am, but I'm not gonna say that out loud." So like, she goes back, she comes out, and then it be your own people sometimes. So so she came back, and like, we'll just get to it. So it's kind of like, never mind me, like I can't afford to stay here, like that's what I felt.
I was about to say, that's kind of how you was left feeling.
But you know. Yes, at this point. So then I was like, oh, yeah, by the way, I thought I was going to talk to somebody. I didn't put my number on the form. I put my number on the form. So then I go back in there. I told them how much I want to pay in the whole thing. And, like, I've done my research already. I'm not going to tell you. They're like, they want to know where else you looking, all this stuff. No. Like,
what the fuck you need to know where else I'm looking to live for? Bitch?
Trying to compete? No, I know how much y'all charging. Fuck. So then the leasing agent actually comes out. And she's like, she looks at me kind of, be your own people sometimes. Like, I'm not sitting here with the hat back. I was like, yeah, like, with mask on. Like, I'm just trying to see if I can get in. I'm perfectly fine with making an appointment. I live down the street. She's like, well, all right, we'll get back to you. It's like an interview gone bad. Like, you're not going to get the job. Like, God damn, I got good money and I can't even live. I can't even live here. So I'm already like, now do I want to live there just for when I came in to see?
Right.
Yeah, so like, it was an automatic L. But what's going to happen is I'm going to move to this other spot down the street somewhere, and they going to call me back in about 3 months. Once I done got settled, like, yeah, remember you were looking for him? Like, I know I put on that form I was trying to move early to mid-November. Like, why the fuck you calling me in January? Like, so.
It's definitely an L right here.
Yeah, it was an L. But
it's an L for the leasing office. Nah, you good, man. Nah, you good in my book.
So
I feel like
I can't give you the L right there. You walked in, did everything you had to do.
Yep.
They just didn't want you.
The lease agent was black.
Leasing agent and the concierge was black.
She didn't want no more of your kind in there.
I
was the only one.
Where
what I
were
saw.
you? Were you across from like the Nando's and that shopping center?
That Pentagon Row?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Damn.
What you guys say?
Damn.
You got
that's
something.
all bad. You know exactly where it was.
That's your people?
I used to clean the windows over that Nando's, that coffee shop right in the middle where in front of the ice rink. I used to clean them two
right
windows.
there. I'm like, you. And honestly, your shit ain't even that nice. I'm like downgrading to stay here. I just need more space.
Listen, I know the area.
Yeah.
I know the places.
Y'all probably got community laundry.
I seen the people. They not that dope. Like,
They not.
I could literally take you to what's supposed to be the hood of Alexandria, and it looked better than those apartments over at Pentagon. It's just awfully YT over there.
The metro station's right there. It's a lot. Yeah. The metro station right there. They got the restaurants. I thought it was like, hey man, this works. It's cheaper. I'm gonna save some money. I'm gonna get out a little.
Hey, they can suck 20 donkey dicks, bro. You get that one. I ain't even mad at you.
I ain't mad. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't even mad.
Nah.
Listen,
End of
all
the day,
skin folk ain't kinfolk,
Yeah.
they say.
but like, dang
Like
man,
Dan Cameron.
did I look that bad?
I feel like Rick's being a little generous on this.
He
one.
is.
If I had to
He
spin
is.
this story,
Oh, yeah, if you would have said the same
Definitely
story,
would've
you would have got an L.
definitely would have
Yeah,
came away
you
with the
definitely
L.
would have got an L.
There's some bias. There's some bias going on, Rick. I feel like
Just admit it.
I'm gonna say it's because I was somewhere where I wasn't with the people.
The only reason Rick ain't giving him an L is because of the racism associated with this. And I know I say black people can't be racist,
but
but within your own race, maybe they
some
can.
prejudice there. There's definitely some prejudice there.
They can look at you a certain way. Like you came in there with the flannel, with the white shirt, with the Air Force Ones. They're like,
You
oh,
didn't see my feet. It's a desk.
Look at this Negro.
Saw you on
But you
camera.
did say there
Probably.
was someone up there that kind of looked and smelled like money. So
And here's the thing. They're used to the Pentagon people coming in their nice tight suits. You know what I'm saying,
Snip,
with the
tie,
tie,
all
the
that.
skinny tie, with
Yeah.
the extra small tie clip, and their hair is parted off to the side.
That's how I dressed when I went to work earlier this week when I left the country. Now I'm back here trying to be comfortable. I can't.
Yeah, no,
if
no.
you was
we
in your
don't-
uniform, it probably would have been.
Oh
different.
yeah, they'd be like, oh yes.
Yeah, it'd have been hella different.
Should have showed up in uniform.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't need to. You shouldn't have to dress the part to
Hey,
find a
look,
place to
if
fucking
they don't
live.
want you at your worst, they don't deserve you at
Yeah.
your best, King. That's what I
Right.
tell all my women. Psych, no, let me stop.
So this day in Black History.
All right, so Manny gets the W for that, right? Manny gets the W.
You were pretty upset he got the W.
No. I'm not upset that he got the W because when he told me this shit, I was already mad, like pissed off. As soon as he said, the first lady said, "What you doing here? Like, why you here?" That upset me. I'm like,
Yeah,
nah. The way he
Constant
handled it, he
leasing
definitely
office
gets
for
the
what?
dub. I'm just saying, I feel like
You
if I
know
told-
what I'm here for.
Wait, what
I
else?
throw
I'd
this
be like,
30 euro on your face,
office.
bitch.
You
Actually,
know
not
I'm not a
euro.
resident.
They did you wrong, my guy.
Yeah. But on that note, man, day in Black History, man, let's go ahead and wrap this up. October 9th, 1806. This is concerning Benjamin Banneker.
Who?
Benjamin Banneker.
I've heard that name before.
Well, there's a school in D.C. named after
There's
him.
one in
That's
Atlanta.
not
We call
why
it
I heard
Banneker.
it.
That's how you say it.
Oh,
I didn't. I had no idea it was cool.
I'm just throwing it out
I
there.
feel like I just heard the name. I don't know why.
Oh,
Well, let's see what he did.
yeah, let's see. Let's
You don't
figure
know
it
who
out.
Benjamin Banneker is?
Nope.
Oh damn.
You gotta find out.
This
He
day
was
in
the
Black
Hulk.
History. Whether he was a man born before his time or at the right time, one thing is for sure: Benjamin Banneker's genius was ahead of his time. I like how I like that first.
Yeah, that was hot.
Take that, Pentagon City leasing office.
There's a Pan-African colors on that website, don't you?
I am invested in this already off
want
the
that on my
first
YouTube.
line, right? Almanac author, inventor, surveyor, naturalist, and farmer Benjamin Banneker died at age 74 in Baltimore County, Maryland, on October 9th, 1806. So on this day in Black History is when he passed.
Rest in peace, King.
But Banneker was born as a free African American in Baltimore County, province of Maryland, British America, on November 9th, 1731. His creative genius was illustrated by building and engineering the first striking clock at age 22, which worked until his death at age 74. Jesus Christ, that's a 52-year-old clock?
Take that, Rolex.
Take that. Banneker was a man of many amazing accomplishments, including construction of irrigation system on his farm, aiding in the surveying of Washington, D.C., with the use of astronomical calculations.
That's where I heard him before.
There it is. The Farmer's Almanac. I don't know if you all like.
Yeah.
You know, that's still used to this
2
date.
years accurate.
Yeah. So that predicts farm eclipses, tides, fishing throughout Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia. His almanac also included medical information, literature, and opinions. So he literally was the everyman. Like he did it all.
Renaissance man. He
man.
was a
Was.
genius.
That's why he was ahead of his time.
That's crazy.
He's a genius because he invented.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I missed
that. Where we
not.
going?
He was a master
we not.
manipulator of the weather and the eclipse.
Go and keep reading, man.
And the Frenchman stole all of his schematics of DC.
Yo, he worked for civil rights and freedom for fellow African Americans bound by slavery. He wrote a letter to Thomas Jefferson when he was Secretary of State, challenging the country's views and laws in regards to African Americans.
Hey, shot,
Let's
man.
go.
Yo,
God
Frederick
damn.
who?
What?
What's
Wrong
that?
one, buddy.
Frederick who?
No, Benjamin Banneker.
Now you
What?
talking about Frederick Douglass.
Oh, you can't take from him.
Shit, if
Benjamin
I can't. Frederick Douglass was a United States company man. Benjamin Banneker stood up.
Booker T. Who?
Oh man.
By the
All
way,
I know is Benjamin Banneker was that nigga.
that's what it sounded like to me too.
definitely sounds like.
You saw the ahead of his time.
You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
I mean, to develop an almanac like a farmer's almanac that was
Yeah.
created in 1795 that's still used almost 300 years later.
Look,
Or,
I
you
know they
two-
were born like
He put
states and
states
states
on
and
there.
states
That's
apart.
G shit.
But I feel I wouldn't be surprised to find out Killer Mike was related to Benjamin Banneker. I would not be surprised. And I say that because of the way that Killer Mike he uses his mind, the way it attacks certain things, like real out of the box thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if they was kin somewhere down that line.
Why is it
BNY
reduced?
investigators, take a look at
Why
it.
is it reduced to genetics? Black men can't be smart.
Well, hey, you seen the post that I
Well,
put up in the group
it's
today?
scientifically proven that things are passed down through your genetics. And so when I connect the out of the box thinking that Benjamin Banneker had to have to do everything he did, the first person of modern day that popped in my mind was Killer Mike. And so that's why I just threw that up
You
there.
know I fuck with Michael Render.
That was a fantastic This Day in Black History.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, that's probably one of my
was.
favorites right there.
Definitely.
All right.
Hey, shout out Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy says shout out BNY Network. Shout out to Pastor Troy.
Hey.
Thank you for rocking with the team down there
Yo,
at Chesapeake.
definitely.
This your studios.
That's big.
Jalen,
That's huge.
the photographer,
It's
videographer down
huge.
there.
It's huge.
Shout out Dank Dooley, the GOAT. Dank
up
Dooley.
next.
Pastor Troy is one of his idols. You know what I'm saying? He look up to Pastor Troy. So shout out Pastor Troy. Thanks for showing love, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
Underground
UDFA
Mary.
doing some things right now.
Definitely a legend in the South.
Yes.
Absolutely.
In Atlanta. Welcome Mary.
Say less.
Final thoughts, Manny.
I ain't got much. Just another week. I'm here. Oh, Lessons in Love coming soon.
Hey. How soon can we expect
The
that?
public's waking.
Monday.
This Monday.
This Monday.
Whoa.
On Indigenous Peoples Day.
It's gonna be you and me, right?
You and me, we trying to get some guests. Some more guests, but yeah, we gon' try it. See.
We gonna see.
We gonna see.
On Indigenous Peoples Day.
On this Indigenous Peoples Day.
Formerly known as.
Indigenous Peoples Day, because it's always been that.
It's always been.
So,
Austin Toes.
Listen. If you ever change your mind, you know where I'm at.
I feel like that was yeah. You know who you're talking
It's like,
to.
no, let me stop playing. Shout out to today's pod, you know what I'm saying? Nice and easy, light work, you know what I'm saying? UDFA messing up the game.
Hey.
Gang. Shout out UDFA. Shout out my boy King Gino. Shout out to me for being who I am.
Well, shit.
Shout out Brianna for being who she is. Shout out all my niggas, you know what I'm saying? I might not name drop everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Love is love.
We all got lumped in there.
You know what I'm saying?
We're all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
all lumped
smooth.
in.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, damn. oh, shit.
I said enough during the pod.
Hey,
Uh,
PG Jakes.
yeah. Hey, you know what? I feel like I ain't been on my PGJ shit recently. I gotta get back.
You
to
haven't. Ever since you was in a room full of black men, you
That was it.
I know.
This man over here trying to kill the character. Trying to kill Danvers and DMV. Just get back to your roots, baby.
Definitely need to get back to it. As always, man, I say it pretty much at the end of every show, man. I'm always grateful to be here with y'all fellas. I'm grateful for what we do. I know the public is, man. We kind of seeing the results of all our hard work. So, yo, shout out to us. Just in general, it's not cocky, it's confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing something, we're establishing something. I've gotten a couple DMs recently, just people saying like, hey, you know, I like what you all are doing there. Keep it up, you know.
Cheers.
Yeah, definitely. And it's from followers and from people that want to follow the page and kind of word of mouth type stuff too. So we're definitely doing something right. So let's just keep this momentum that we got going, fellas. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be in this room full of black men.
Thank you.
Gotta say it. Got to. This what's pop.
Yeah, I appreciate all you all. In this room, I appreciate all of our fans and contributors. Shout out to the fans that suggested the post for tonight's cast. Like,
You were submitted.
this is literally done as a result of you all's contribution. So, you know, we appreciate you all, and we do listen. So, that's what we're here for. We're men of the people, keeping this all organic, baby.
But
That's
we're
what
not for
doing.
the streets.
We are not for the streets, but
Shout
we
out.
are definitely the voice of.
Hey, talk to him,
Damn.
Pastor.
Damn, did you write this article too, bro? God damn. That's a PG County pass right there. It's the mixtape bars. God damn.
Pass the peach.
I mean, damn. Appreciate all y'all coming through. Thanks to everybody in the BNY fan group page for the viewers submitted questions and topics. Anyone else out there got questions and topics that wants to cover? Feel free. No matter what it is, we'll talk about it. You provide it, we'll get at it. I don't really. I'm like Manny right now. I don't really got much to as well. Man, put that fourth quarter on. I want to see what happens in this game.
Mine-
Definitely want to see
11.
that.
Hey, I got one shout out that I forgot. Shout out to my favorite member of the BNY group. You know who you are. Shout out Amber.
You definitely said
My
it already.
favorite member of the group. That's not who I was talking to. Shout out to my favorite member of the BNY group, Amber. I'm about to stop this stream so I could tell them what I'm not going to tell y'all.
Yo, we out, baby.
Hey,
Like,
one.
hey.
Number love for y'all.